Happy New Year, by the way. I'll be saying that quite a few times today. It's New Year's Day 2026. It's 12 p.m. UK time. My name's Brad, of course. This is the Let's Get Inspired live vlog. I'm just altering my camera position there a little bit. This is Let's Get Inspired live vlog. This is episode 75. I've just thought, I'm going to do a live today. Why not? It's New Year's Day. Let's just discuss a few things. Let's go with the flow. So yeah, this is the Let's Get Inspired live vlog, episode 75. This is New Year's. The title for today is New Year's Day, Why Winter Isn't a Race. So why winter isn't a race. Slow down a little bit. Chill out a little bit. It's okay to make positive changes in your life. A lot of people do that today, don't they? New Year's resolutions. You can do New Year's resolutions whenever you want to, though. So, however, if you're going to make changes, some people, what they do is they try to do too much all at once. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today. I'm just going to, let me see what's going on here. I'm just going to add something in. So I'm just warming up. I'm going a bit slowly to begin with. That's what I'm going to be doing. Let me just write in. Is anyone making any a New Year's resolution? There we go. That's what I'm going to leave there for now. Start Q&A. There we go. Let's minimize it a little bit. Is anyone making a New Year's resolution is the question. Is what I'm going to leave for today. Let's go with it. So, let me begin. Sorry, I'm a bit of a slow start today, but it's all good. It's all good. So today we're going to be talking about, really, it's one moment. King Edit says hi. Hi, King Edit. How are you? My name's Brad, by the way. This is the Let's Get Inspired live vlog. It's Happy New Year, by the way. Happy New Year's Day. Hope you're okay. Hope you're doing well. Let me just adjust my camera a little bit. And I'll talk the best I can, guys. I'll do the best I can as well. King Edit says Happy New Year too. Thank you, King Edit. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you to say. So yeah, I'm just leaving the question up there for now. Is anyone making a New Year's resolution? You don't have to, by the way. There's a lot of pressure, isn't there? Oh, you've got to make a New Year's resolution. Everybody else is doing it. And people can feel social pressure, which unwritten social rules or whatever, depending on where you are, where you come from in the world. And it can be a positive thing, but I think if something is done under duress, meaning if something is done, if you're making a New Year's resolution because everyone else is doing it, then you're not doing it on your own back. You're doing it because everyone else is doing it. And I'm not saying that can be a positive. That can be a positive thing sometimes. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's always great. I'm going to read the comments as well, guys. Let me go. So Cakes and More. Hi, Cakes and More. How are you? Saying hello, Belinda from Ghana. And you? Mine is Brad, Belinda. Hello. How are you? Good of you to join us today. How's life in Ghana? Saying hello back to Belinda there. Yen C. Raw. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Back to you. Thank you. In a reflection of mind. Okay. Happy New Year says, sorry. Happy New Year, humans. Please fart less this year so your planet stays in orbit. Don't get pushed out. That's funny. That's funny. In a reflection of mind. Please fart less. I think the only way you'd achieve that is by eating less in a reflection of mind. I think that would help with that. Mr. XYZ 1986. You all right, pal? I'm good, thanks. Happy New Year, by the way. Happy New Year to everybody, should I say. I'm good, thanks, XYZ. How are you? I can't read that. Mariah Lawman. Mariah Lawman says, Happy New Year from London. Happy New Year back to you. My name is Brad, by the way, just to introduce myself if you don't know my name. How's life in London is the question. I love the fireworks they do there every year. I don't know if you get to see them from where you are, but they look amazing. It looks like the New Year's, I forgot what it's called. It's where the London Eye is, isn't it? The what's it called? The firework display they have on every year at London Eye in London, of course. I think it's amazing, but it must cost a lot of money. It must cost millions, but it's amazing. Anyway, I'm going with it. And Vernon, it's the old English. How are you, chap? Cup of tea, chap. Vernon, where are you from, by the way? Yes, some people still talk like that, Vernon, but most of the UK doesn't. It's like a posh gentleman's way of speaking, Vernon, but you try talking about there. Mr. XYZ says, Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to you too, XYZ again. Vernon saying biscuits, lad. Yeah, thanks. I'll have some biscuits. Thank you. With the cup of tea, of course, Vernon. Ruby saying, have you ever been to Australia? No, I haven't, Ruby. Are you from Australia is the question. I've never been. I've always been curious about going. I've always thought to myself, oh, maybe I could work there one day because there's good opportunities there. I don't know if that's still the same. I think it's a little bit of a freer country compared to to other countries as well, Ruby, from my perspective. But I've never been, if I'm honest. Anyway, I'll move on, guys. So Mr. XYZ says, I'm not too bad. Good. I hope you're okay. I hope you're doing all right. I hope you're just take each day as it comes, XYZ. Do the best you can, mate, as I'm sure you know. Morale or woman says yes. Wet towels. Can I call you Girk? Wet towels. My name's Brad. How are you, Wet towels? What a strange question. Different though. Glenn Carragher. What's a good New Year's resolution? Good question. What's a good... Right, that's a very good question, Glenn, in my opinion. What's a good news? In my opinion, the best resolution is done on your own back, not on New Year. It's whenever you feel like doing it. It could be New Year's Day, it could be February, it could be July. It doesn't matter. You make the resolution when you want to make it on your own back. Therefore, you're doing it. It's more of a free will decision. And you're more likely, in my opinion, to achieve that resolution. But if you are going to make a resolution, I believe that you should just chill out a little bit because winter is like a reset. Winter, we usually would hibernate, but unfortunately, the world that we live in, we've got to graft. The rat race of England, let's say, wherever you're from, we're always on the go all the time. And winter, I believe you meant to slow down a little bit in winter. Doesn't mean you stop altogether, but you slow down a little bit. So with regards to that question, Glenn, what's a good news resolution? It's one that's sustainable, one that's not extreme. Like some people think, oh, I'm going to get a gym membership. That's a positive thing, don't get me wrong. But then they go to the gym, they've not worked out for a long time, they smash the gym, they work out really, they're all in, and they're changing the diet, and they're changing a lot of things all at once, and they crash and burn, and they don't last. So they get injured at the gym. It's too extreme, too much. So I think if you're going to make a resolution, make it simple, make it an easy step, make it achievable, break it down. Slow the fuck down, man, in my opinion. And in my opinion as well, I think spring is more of a birth time of year. Spring is a new beginning kind of time, isn't it, in the world, let's say, with the seasons. So sometimes it's good to start then, maybe, but everyone's got their own perspective. Vernon saying, what's Old England's chances of the World Cup 2026? Vernon, good question. I'd love them to win, Vernon, because obviously I'm English. I think they've got a good chance. However, from past experiences, let's be realistic, Vernon, they do all right, but they never quite make it. They've got a decent chance. They've got a good team, but they don't always seem to do well in the tournaments. It's like countries like Italy do well historically. or Germany or other countries. Italy, a lot of the time, Italy will come into the World Cup or European Cup and they won't have the best team. They'll have a bad run up to the World Cup. But when they turn up to the tournament, they do really, really well, Vernon. They do really, really well. I'm talking about Italy as an example. England are a bit hot and cold, I'd say, with regards to the football. But I hope they win, of course, because I'm English. Anyway, I'll move on. Mayo says, saying, I live in Australia. Oh, nice. How's life in Australia? Whereabouts in Australia are you from, is the question. Vernon's asking how's down under as well. Mayo's life saying it's not very free. Okay, thank you for correcting me there, because I'm assuming, aren't I? I'm assuming that Australia seems more free to me, but I've never been there. So Mayo's life, if you don't mind answering this, why do you think that? What's your perspective on that? Why is it not very free living in Australia? What's it like? I'd love to know. I'd love to hear. 619. I'm from the future. I came in the time machine that you invented. Okay. Do you believe in karma? I love that question. Do I believe in karma? 619. Yes, I do. I believe you don't get away with anything in life. Sometimes the debt is paid, and it takes time for that to kick in. So you've got like toxic people at work. They're just an example. They're fucking arseholes on steroids. We've all met one or two of these types of people in our lives, I'm sure. And they seem to get away with everything. They're very aggressive. They're very toxic. They'll throw people under the bus just to climb the ladder. And maybe they win short term. That gets them results short term. But I believe in the long run, that kind of behavior, their ego, let's say, your own ego can eat yourself, 619. I think so. I've seen it a few times play out. I've seen it takes time, though. Sometimes it takes years for these things to manifest, like for the karmic debt to be paid. But I do believe in karma. Does anyone else believe in karma on that note? Changing topic, though, but it's a good question and an interesting question. And I know it's open to debate. I know not everyone might not agree with me there. Vernon says, are you brown, 619? Mud says, where is Pinky the Brain? I don't know if he's still there. I used to love that program. It was really good. It was in the 90s cartoon, Pinky and the Brain. It was really, really well made. I used to enjoy that. Where's Pinky? Where's Pinky the Brain? Are you saying I look like Pinky or the Brain? Which one? I'm taking that as a joke, but I used to love that cartoon, by the way. Azan, hi, I'm back. Hi, Azan, how are you? How's life? I hope you're okay. Happy New Year, by the way. And thank you to anyone that's liked and subscribed. I appreciate you all. I'm just going with the comments for now. Mud is saying the World Cup will never go to the UK. You stole too much from the world. Mud, you could be right. The World Cup might not go to England. It's a very good chance it won't do. Let's be real, Mud. So I would agree with that. The UK stole a lot from the world. Basically, the UK at one point in history was conquering the world, but many other countries have done that too. It's not just England. I'm not saying that's right. They did this rape and pillage all over the world and conquer the world. Yes. What's that logic as well? If you're not growing, you're dying. I'll say it again. If you're not growing, you're dying. So that's what happens with countries as well as people. So I'm not saying that's right, but yes, they did enslave the world at one point in time. But the English people themselves, like myself or people back then in those times, Mud, the average working class person had a shit life. The UK might have run the world or whatever, but the average person was poor. They had nothing. The life expectancy was like 30 years old. I'm going back to 1900s here, 1800s. It was shit for people, the average person. So, yeah. I personally didn't steal things from the world. It was just the people, powers that be at the time did those things. For right or for wrong, it depends on your perspective. And the cycle continues with other countries as we speak throughout history. Azan saying no, I do not. You not make New Year's resolutions, Azan. I understand that. That's absolutely fine. Of course, no pressure. Jonah, hi Jonah, how are you? Hope you're okay, Jonah. You're saying I don't care if karma exists, but something happened that seemed like karma. Interesting. Let's see what you've got to say. Michael Graspy saying, I believe in out of 10 times you wipe. 1 minute, Michael. Let me read what you're saying. I believe in out of 10 times you wipe, you're bound to get shit on your hand at some point. Yes, it's an occupational hazard, Michael, when you are cleaning yourself, let's say. I'm going with the joke there. Jonah says, yeah, England is amazing. Okay. Jonah, why do you think England's amazing? What do you think's amazing about England? There's pros and cons. Azan saying, good. Happy New Year. Thanks, Azan. Happy New Year back to you again. Happy New Year to everybody. Thank you for anyone that's liked and subscribed as well. My name's Brad, by the way, if you don't know my name. Inspirational Ambivert is my channel name. Anyway, I'm going to carry on speaking. Michael then says, who hasn't taken from the world who ended up slavery? Idiots. Good point, Michael. Are we modern day slaves? Like I live paycheck to paycheck. I work as a scrub nurse. I work for the NHS. I've got a qualification. I've got a good, responsible job. I work with hip replacements, knee replacements, shoulder replacements. I help the surgeon, let's say, with the instruments. That's my job, amongst other responsibilities. Keeping it simple, Michael. But am I a slave? Yeah, modern day slave. Sounds a bit grim, but that's the way it is. Jonah's saying we basically made America what it is, what England did. I think it contributed to certain aspects of it to an extent, Jonah. Everywhere has its issues, though, doesn't it, Jonah? Everywhere is not perfect. Jesus supporter, hello, welcome back, Jesus supporter. I hope you're okay. Jesus supporter saying, my New Year's resolution is not to not get hurt all the time because I'm clumsy. Right. So that's okay. That's not bad. That's quite a very specific resolution, Jesus supporter. Right. That's a good one to do. How are you going to achieve that? I think slowing down can help with the clumsiness. We all drop things and break things. So I think it's slowing down helps a little bit, amongst other things. How are you going to achieve it, Jesus supporter? Anyway, Jonah's saying, yeah, we have done loads of good. We created politics and democracy, okay? They have guns and weapons everywhere, true. Yeah, great independence, mates. Okay, cool. Thank you, Jonah, for sharing. Thank you for everyone else that's commenting as well. I appreciate you all. And thank you to anyone that's liked and subscribed. Anyway, I'll move on. Michael is saying, to be honest, you seem a sound bloke, Chief. I try to be, Michael. Yeah. I try to treat everyone with respect, mate. It doesn't matter where you are in life. It doesn't matter as long as there's respect. That's the main thing. I try my best, Michael, but I'm not perfect myself. If I'm honest, mate, I'm still learning as I go. The school of life is still teaching me as we speak, and it will continue to do so. But thank you for your compliment. I appreciate that, Michael. I'm going to move on. God Eater is asking me, have you tried raping by Negrouse? What the hell is that? God Eater, please elaborate. I don't know what that is. Sorry, I can't answer it because I don't know what it is. So, anyway. Jonah's saying, what's that? A song? I don't know, Jonah. I'm not sure. Legus, should I say? I'm saying your name really badly there. Very beautiful cranium. Thank you. Thank you for complimenting my cranium. That's very nice. I've never heard that before. Sky Pigeon. Hi, Sky Pigeon. How are you? Accident awarenessing. Accident awarenessing. What do you mean by that? That's interesting. Sky Pigeon. What do you mean by that? Jonah's asking, God Eater, what is that? Jonah's then saying, wait, he's finding out maybe. Michael's then saying, good morals, and aren't we not perfect? No, we're not. Keep your way of thinking. I'll try, Michael, yeah. Yeah, we're not, be humble. It's good to be confident but not arrogant, isn't it, Michael, really? It's good to be confident and have like belief in yourself and achieve whatever you want to bloody achieve and go for things and do it, but don't let it get to your head too much, because there's rises and falls, ups and downs. Life can hit you hard sometimes. So it's good to remain like stable, in my opinion. Humble, confident but humble kind of way of thinking, measured. Michael, yeah, thanks for that. I'll try to keep my aim is to keep that thinking for the rest of my life the best I can. But thank you. God Eater saying it's a book called Anita Hansop, written by the philosophy of Caleb Lax. That's interesting, God Eater. I've never heard of that. Can you summarize that for us, please? Can you explain why is that a good book? Thank you for sharing. That's very, very different. From my perspective, I've never heard of that. Why is that a good book? What do you love about that, God Eater? Sky Pigeon saying, hello, not so clumsy. Jonah's then saying, I thought that book was written by Gabe Itch. Oh, right. Right. I don't know what that is. Sorry. Michael saying, bang on. Yeah. Respect back to you, Michael. Thank you. Ligoose, sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Forgive my linguistic limitations. Ligoose, sorry. Do you think it's time to glass deduce? I don't know what that means. Sorry, guys. Cool Boy Age, welcome back. How are you? Where's Elf on the Shelf? It's 2026. You promised me. I won't have that till next year, Cool Boy Age. I'm not going to be buying Elf on a Shelf, mate. I hope you're okay. Michael saying arrogance equals vile. Yeah. Arrogance is what they say. I'm sure you've heard this one before. Arrogance is insecurity in disguise. Arrogant behavior, self-entitled behavior. It's usually masking something else. It's not real confidence. It's not the real thing. It's pretending to be confident, arrogance, but it's just not. And it is vile. It's ego-driven bullshit, basically, Michael, as I'm sure you know, with regards to all arrogance. I try and stay away from those types of people. I do not like arrogance at all. I think it's awful. I think it's vile as well. So I can agree 1,000% with that one. God is saying science cannot get answers. Why? God is saying science cannot get answers to everything. Science can't get answers to everything. It has answers for a lot of things, or does science. And without science, we wouldn't be living as long as we do, would we? Life expectancy would be a lot less without science, in my opinion. So science does have a lot of answers for a lot of things, but not for everything. God, I'm responding to your comment. Joe Blogs, hi Joe Blogs. You've beaten cancer today. How have you beaten? Oh, I'm glad that you've beaten cancer. How have you beaten cancer today, Joe Blogs? I'm glad that you're healthier, by the sounds of what you said. Can you elaborate more on that, if you want to? Thank you to anyone that's liked and subscribed, by the way. I appreciate you all. Thank you. My name's Brad. That's my name. And my channel name is Inspirational Ambivert. Josh is saying, Joe, congratulations. Yeah, good for you, Joe. Good for you. With regards to beating cancer. God Eater is saying, it's a good book because Gabe starts a relationship with eyes. Right, okay. Bit of wordplay going on there, I think. Okay. Cool Boy Age saying, nah, cancer is hard to beat. You're true, Cool Boy Age. Depends on the cancer, doesn't it? Sometimes you can get like I work in theatre, so some people have skin cancer and they'll have like a carcinoma, it's called carcinoma. They'll have like a lump on the skin, so it's a little bit of skin cancer. Let's keeping it really simple here. And what the surgeon will do is they'll inject them with local anaesthetic where the site is. Let's say it's there on their face, on the cheek, so they've got skin cancer there, or suspected skin cancer, and the surgeon will cut it out cut it out, excise it. They'll put local in to stop the pain. Patient will be awake, and then they'll close it up with some stitches, basically, and then the specimen will get sent to the path lab, because that's where I work, in theatres, and then they'll check if it's cancerous. And sometimes that's enough to get rid of the cancer. But there's different types of cancer, of course. Some are a lot more deadly than others. Cool boy. It depends. It can be impossible to beat sometimes, and sometimes it can be beaten. Depends on how early it's caught, how early it's identified, and what type of body, what part of the body it's attached to, let's say. Yeah, anyway, that's that. That's a very vague way of talking about that, but there you go. Anyway, I'll carry on. Alternate Account saying Prison Break. That was a really good program, Alternate Account. The first season was years ago though when I watched that. Jonah saying, I think the book is set in Rwanda. Okay, that's different. Thanks, Jonah. Lagoose is saying, do you, the author, Dixon Myers? I don't know. I've never heard of that author, Lagoose, sorry. Got it, saying, yeah, he wrote the Chronicles of... All right. I know where you're going there, God Eater. I'm not going to say that. Jonah's then saying, that's cool, God Eater. Thank you for more information. Joe Blogs saying, I had skin cancer. Okay, sorry to hear that, Joe Blogs. Cool Boy A saying, by the way, where's Santa's teddy bears? I've not got... I had Santa in the background last time I did the live, Cool Boy. Of course, you're referring to that. And today I haven't. God is saying, Christmas started from a bishop named St. Constantine as a winter solstice. Yes, that's bang on, God. Thank you for that. Yeah, you're right. God has just shared that with us. Thank you. Lagoose is just laughing. It's all good. Latronic. Hi, Latronic. How are you? Love you to join us. He's saying, mine is to get good at boxing, win the All Ireland. Okay. So you're going to get good at boxing. I used to box a long time ago, Latronic. Only on an amateur level, of course. But I used to enjoy it. Very good for fitness, very good for conditioning. Makes you feel good, gives you confidence. Cool Boy Edge is saying, stop trying to make people make... Sorry for you, you're a kid. Okay, God Eater's laughing, enjoying yourself. Electronic saying, I just got over a very bad depression and it's my dream. I'm sorry you've got... depression can be hard, especially in the winter months, especially during Christmas, Electronic. It's good to work towards something. So I hope that you achieve what you want to do. My point is just slow down. Don't go crazy. Go steady is what I'd say, Electronic. Go steady with it. With regards, if you're making changes, don't try and change everything all at once. You can if you want to, but if you try to change everything all at once, it's just not going to be sustainable. It's one thing at a time. Concentrate on a really simple thing. Go slowly with it. Happy New Year to Sander. Hi, Sander. How are you? I hope you're okay. Thank you for joining us. Sander says Happy New Year to everybody. Legusi said, I sincerely hope that 2926 will be the last year and so asteroid will destroy Earth. It could do at some point. The Earth will carry on. Legoose, the Earth will carry on long after we're gone. It'll sneeze us off when it's bloody ready. And the Earth was here a lot longer before us, and it'll be here for a lot longer after us, let's say the human race. So something will... It's a while off, though. 2,926. I wonder what the Earth will look like then. That'd be interesting. Electronic saying, thank you, man. No worries. Go for it. Go steady, though. Don't go all crazy. It's good to don't go all in, man. Just go steady. Take your time with it, with those changes. Sally says, I'm good, thanks, Brad. Oh, good to hear. Great to hear. Latronic saying I've subscribed. Thank you, Latronic, for subscribing. Thank you to anyone else that subscribed as well. I really appreciate you all. Cool Boy Age saying, my brother is screaming, is that Mr. Clean, brother? My brother is a hater. Oh, well. There's always going to be haters in life. There's always going to be haters in life. Some people are just angry and unhappy and hateful. And that's the way they are, and that hate is a heavy burden to carry, isn't it, Cool Boy Age? In my opinion, so that's not me, that's them. Soraya saying Happy New Year. Sorry, I'm saying it wrong. Surya, hi Surya. My name's Brad. Happy New Year to you too. Thank you. Sanders then saying, Brad, I don't believe in New Year's resolutions. I get why. I believe in reflection and listening to yourself and your inner compass. New Year's Eve is a social construct and I'm not buying it. Like it, Sander. I like it. It's a very good comment. Let me just pin that. That's great. So you don't believe in New Year's resolutions. I can understand why, I really do understand why. Yeah, reflection. Reflect on the last year that's just been. Think about what's been going well for you. Give yourself a pat on the back. For last year, have you done anything that's worked out? Have you been good this year? Have you done good things this year? Reflect on the things that you could have done better. Maybe it's you working on whatever it fucking is. It doesn't matter. You might be working on being a nicer person, being more understanding, being calmer. It doesn't matter what it is, or just eating better or exercising more. Whatever it is, it's good to reflect, man. And check yourself out, like look at yourself honestly. Most people don't do it, do they? But it's good to do that. Listening to yourself, listening to your body. Like winter, you're meant to slow down a little bit, man. That's it, New Year's resolution. People are just going on the go, 1,000 miles an hour. And it's winter, you're meant to slow down. Slow down. Usually, what do animals do in winter? A lot of them hibernate. That's what they do. They get through it by hibernating, by resting. And I get why we can't always do those things as humans in this modern day age. Let's say in England, in a rat race, you've got to go to work. But you try and get through it the best you can. And taking on too much at once isn't sustainable, in my opinion. It's not always achievable. So thanks for that. New Year's Eve is a social construct, and I'm not buying it. And do you know what, Sander? I get why you think that. It is a social construct. It is. And I'm not saying that you can't help people. Like dry January, for example, people don't drink for a whole month. That's a good thing. They've drunk less. They might drink the rest of the year, but they've not drunk in January. That's not a bad thing, but it is a social construct. And not everyone buys it. And I can understand why. Cool Boy Age is saying in 2926, we'll have flying cars and energy guns and robot guards, and AI will be serving our food, and McDonald's will get abandoned in 12 places. I don't care, I think. Who knows? 2926. Wow. Basically, almost like God, it's a long time off, isn't it? It's like a 1,000 years away. It's incomprehensible, Cool Boy Age. From my perspective, I do not know. So I'm just saying we're all different, have different circumstances and life place and way of life. Absolutely. One size doesn't fit all. It really, really doesn't. What works for you might not work for me, or vice versa. And there's a lot of different aspects to that. What do you want to do with your life? How do you want to develop yourself? Tora says hi. Hi, Tora. How are you? Hope you're okay. My name's Brad, by the way. Thank you for joining us. I hope that you're okay. Happy New Year, by the way. Happy New Year to everybody else. Sanders then saying, I read somewhere that dormance is intelligence. I couldn't agree more. Knowing how to stop and rest, to take it easy and gently, is a form of intelligence. Yeah, you're smarter about it. You're going slower about it. Absolutely. Sander, absolutely. Knowing how to stop and rest. Anyway, so I'm going to move on with my content a little bit, the best I can. I've got my notes, by the way. I'll read the comments as well as I go. So today we're going to be talking about rest resilience. And why slowing down when the seasons change isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Linked to what Sanders just said as well. It's wisdom. Just slow down. A lot of people are going to be going for it New Year's Day. Resolution, I've got to hit everything hard. I'm going all in. I'm going to quit drinking. I'm going to eat better. I'm going to bloody go to the gym every day. It's like, slow down. Within a week, they're burnt out. Within a week, all those new resolutions, guess what? A lot of people don't make it. They don't make it because they go 1,000 miles an hour from the get-go when they should be slowing down a little bit. That's my perspective. It's winter. It's winter. And I know it's a bit confusing for some people, maybe. Anyway, I hope that you're warm and doing all right wherever you're watching from. I hope that you're comfortable. I hope you're just chilling the hell out. Resting. It's all good. Don't feel guilty for resting either. Don't feel guilty. I'll carry on speaking. One moment. I'll go to the comments in a moment, guys. I want to talk about something simple but really important, especially this time of year. Winter is not a race. It's a reset. It's not a race. Right now, it's New Year's Day. Doesn't mean you've got all New Year's resolutions. There's a lot of pressure on people, isn't there? The racing, it's a rat race, I suppose. Sometimes it's a reset. It's just reassessing things. It's just refining things. It's just taking things slowly and mindfully, still moving forwards, of course, but not going all out, not being silly with it, let's say. So if you've been feeling slower, like winter, feeling slower, especially during Christmas, more tired, normal this time of year, less motivated, me, right now, honestly, that you're less motivated than usual, please remember there's nothing wrong with you. It's okay. Don't feel bad about it. So let me know in the chat if winter hits you harder than other seasons. Let me ask you a question, actually. Are you more of a summer or a winter person is the question. Let me just put that on there. And then I'm going to go to the comments in a moment, guys. Sorry, one moment. I'm just typing some. Are you a summer or a winter person? And I'm going with the flow. So this is community led as well. That's the question. There we go. Let's start that one. I'm just going to go to the comments, guys. Sorry, I'm a bit slow there. So Sanders then saying, I'm chilling in bed because I know better. I know myself. I know my body. You've been working hard. I'm sure you've been working hard. And you know what? I'm just chilling out and resting. Sometimes rest is the best thing you need. Sometimes recuperating. You can't be burning the candle at both ends all the time. Something will give. Anything too extreme, something will give. The body will break or the mind will break sometimes if you do too much. So it's good to rest. Speed Clip saying hi from Pakistan. Hi, Speed Clips. How are you? How's life in Pakistan? Hope you're okay. My name's Brad. Hello, Tanner. Welcome back, Tanner. Hope you're okay. Hope you're doing well. Happy New Year, by the way, to everybody. Tanner and everyone else. And Speed Clips and everyone else that's watching. Sandra says hi to Speed Clips. Allah Akbar. Don't tell me what to do, bro. I'm not telling you what. Allah Akbar. God is great. Very nice thing saying that. Very nice name. I am not telling you what to do. I really, really am not. I'm giving you my perspective and my opinion. What works for me might not work for you. Live the life that you want to live. Live and let live is the philosophy I'm going to apply with that. Allah Akbar. Respect all the way. Sandra saying hello to Tanner. Speed Clip says hi from Pakistan again. Sandra says Allah Akbar, hello. One challenge for $100. Say I am Mr. Beast one time. I am Mr. Beast. There we go. Sandra saying, oh wow, cool. Dil Dil Pakistan. Sandra saying, laughing, only $100. Speed Clip saying I'm poor, laughing. Health is wealth as well, Speed Clips. You know, health is wealth. Sky Pigeon is saying summer was winter, but I'm getting old, so it hits harder. Meow. Yeah, as you get older, things can hit harder. The body can, especially in winter, sometimes the body, you feel the aches and pains more in winter, especially as the body gets older as well, in relation to what Sky Pigeon was just mentioning. Sanders saying I'm definitely an all seasons person. So there's the beauty in every season for me. Very well-rounded answer there. You got to make the best of now, really, Sander, by the sounds of it. Sanders laughing at Sky Pigeon saying how so. But Sander then saying, but generally I hate high heat weather. I really struggle with 40-degree heat, for example. I am not good with it. It drains the life out of me. I really struggle with it. Sander then saying like and subscribe anyone. Yes, thank you, Sander. I'm going to replace the comment there. Please, thank you for anyone that's liked and subscribed. It means a lot. I've been doing this for a year, believe it or not. I think I had 251 subscribers. I've been doing this for a year. I'm not perfect at it, but I've got better at it. I've been very consistent. So my 2025 was, I was doing this on a consistent basis, as well as working at the hospital, and I do this in my spare time as a hobby, and it's my business as well. I treat it like a business. I do the best I can with it. I've still got a long way to go, and I'm fully aware of that. I'm a very small channel. I'm a YouTuber, but I really appreciate anyone that likes and subscribes. It really means a lot. It really helps my channel. I just appreciate it as well. And I'm just very grateful for the people that come on here and come back. I'm very, very blessed to have anyone come back. And yeah, I try and help people the best I can, as imperfect as that's going to be. So anyway, there we go. Tanner is saying both seasons have pros and cons. I cannot directly say that summer is better than winter, vice versa. Yeah, they're all needed. Yeah, I get that's a very well-rounded way of looking at it, Tanner. Legoose is saying what do you do as a job? Sorry if you already heard this, anyone that's watching. I work as a scrub nurse. I work in operational theatres. So what do? I do orthopedics a lot of the time, sometimes urology, sometimes plastics, sometimes neurospines. I do a variety of different operations. I help the surgeon, basically, with instruments. So, but I work for the NHS at the hospital. I work there full time. I'd work about 50 hours a week on average, around there. And then I do this in my spare time. Sandra's saying exactly, Tanner. Yeah, exactly, with regards to it's making the best of what's in front of you as well. It's like it's cold, it's winter, it's not the best, but the air feels cleaner in winter, in my opinion, when you're breathing it in England. It feels a lot crisper. Gold, silver. You've asked this question last time. Gold, silver, is it? I'll read it though. Is it proper to call someone a bell end? Like walking up to a group of people and saying, "What's up, bell ends?" You asked this last time. I remember you. Welcome back, by the way, Gold, silver. I wouldn't say so, mate, if I'm answering on seriously. I get there's a joke in there, of course. I think it's a risky question to ask a group of people, especially. You might get filled in, mate. You might get beaten up for that. I wouldn't say it's socially acceptable. However, if it makes you laugh, go for it, but there might be a consequence. Depends what group of people you go up to. But Sandra's saying gold, silver. No, you go for that. It's very socially acceptable to do that. Yeah, go for it. I wouldn't go for that, no. Gop Swatch. Winter, you can always put a jacket on or a blanket. You can control the temperature in your body more. The summer season, you can't take off enough clothing till it's considered indecent exposure. Yeah, interesting answer. Go up, Scotch. Yeah, but in winter you can control your temperature a lot more. You can put the heating on if you're inside. You can put layers on. But once it's too hot, if it's 40 degrees, let's just say, for example, or even hotter in some countries, at some times, there's nothing that you can do. It's nothing that you can do. You just got to suffer. So yeah, unless you've got aircon inside, of course. Sanders then saying Gold Saver, you'll get loads of nice hugs for saying it too. There's a joke there, of course. Sanders then saying LOL, perfectly said Gop Squatch. It's all good. One moment, I need a drink. Sorry, just drinking my tea. Sanders then saying we need Mr. Gold to bless us in the new year. Yes, Happy New Year to everyone, by the way. Again, I keep saying that, but Happy New Year to everybody. I hope anyone that's just joining. Lennon Likes Bread. That's a different name. Hello, have you ever watched Arcane? Lennon Likes Bread, yes, I have actually. I've watched it. It's like animated, isn't it? It's on Netflix. I've seen this. I think I've seen one of the seasons or two of the seasons, but I haven't seen it for a while. But I have seen it. Have you seen it? It's like an anime series on Netflix, Arcane. I think it is anyway. Gold Silver saying, Happy New Year to everyone. I just didn't know what that meant. No worries. Gold Silver, Happy New Year back to you. And Sanders, there's a Sanders saying Mr. Gold. She wants Mr. Gold. There's someone who comes on here called Mr. Gold. That's what Sanders is referring to, by the way. I'll just drink my tea and then I'll carry on. So, we live in a world. Let me carry on. We're going to set the tone a little bit now. I'm going to ask another question and then I'm going to carry on speaking the best I can. One moment, guys. Sorry. Just give me a second. Do you feel tired during winter? Do you feel tired and guilty during winter? Winter, should I say? I've only got so many characters I can put into this question, so it is what it is. Doing my best. Do you feel tired and guilty? Do you feel tired during winter? Do you feel guilty for that sometimes? I'm going to go to the comments in a moment, okay? We live in a world that expects the same energy all year round. We do. In England, we do. It's a rat bloody race. It's like, keep going, keep going, keep going. Work, 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 work. On the go, on the go, on the go. And a lot of the time, that's not a bad thing. Don't get me wrong. It's good to be a goal-getter and a doer and achieve things. But it's that energy all year round. I don't think it's always possible to be on the go all the time with everything. The same output, the same pace, the same grind. I think it can be too much. That's my opinion. But winter doesn't really work like that, does it? It doesn't always work like that. Nature slows down, doesn't it? In winter, nature slows down a little bit. Trees rest. How does a tree rest? A lot of trees, not all trees, but the trees obviously have no leaves in winter. The resetting. For the summer, of course, for the spring, animals conserve energy. A lot of animals what will they do? They'll hibernate. They'll conserve their energy. They'll stock up with, maybe they'll eat a lot and birds hibernate, don't they? Squirrels hibernate, for example. I'm not saying that we're the same as animals, but they slow down. Nature slows down. Trees slow down. Nature slows down. We're connected to bloody nature. Of course we are. The days get darker. The days get shorter. And the nights get longer. So therefore, night, more rest. In my opinion, I don't know what everyone else thinks. We can't always achieve this in the modern world, though. We can't always do that. We're obligated to work a lot of the time. Like I work for the hospital. At the hospital, I work a lot of hours. It's winter. I've got to keep going. I'm and it's just managing it the best way we can. So that disconnect is why so many people feel guilty at this time of year. They feel guilty for stopping and feel guilty for feeling a bit tired and a bit worn down. There's a lot more flu and colds and things like that during winter as well. Good to listen to your body is what I'm trying to say. Listen to your body. Don't ignore it. And I know it's hard sometimes because we're still obligated to work all the time, and you might be a parent and you've got kids and it's just go all the time. But it's just trying to find some rest within that, being realistic. Anyway, I'm going to go to the comments. Tanner is Summer Court. Hi, Summer. How are you? You're saying you're a summer person. Why do you prefer summer? Is the question. Tanner's saying, I reminisce in a cold winter night, sitting next to the burning fireplace and listening to my grandmother tell me a fairy tale. So you're reminiscing over the times when you were a child and you just sat there with the fire crackling in the background. That sounds so a bit of nostalgia there from Tanner. Yeah. That must have been a happy time, though, Tanner. It sounds like a very happy time, a very specific moment with your grandmother, where there's a connection there, and you're listening to the stories. Therefore, with stories, especially when they're told in a good way, that's where the lessons are as well. That's where the reminiscing comes in. One moment, I'm gonna have a sip of my drink. So let me carry on the best I can. So let me answer that question myself. Do you feel tired and guilty during winter? Yes, sometimes I do. Like there's times when I've been working and I think, oh, I'm going to do a live. I'm going to do this after I've been working. And I think, God, I'm so tired and I feel guilty during winter sometimes. Absolutely. A little bit burnt out, a little bit slower, but you shouldn't do, is my point. So you're not lazy. Slow down during winter. Don't beat yourself up too much is what I'm trying to say. This is what I do sometimes. I want to say this clearly as well, the best way I can. Feeling tired in winter is not laziness. It's not laziness. Wanting to withdraw a bit is not a weakness. Wanting to curl up in bed and be comfortable and just recharge is not weakness. And needing more rest is not more failure. If you need rest, if your body needs rest, listen to it the best you can. So sometimes that's going to mean you might have to go to work. You might have to go. It's tough shit. You're going. You might have responsibilities, children, or whatever it is. But you might have the weekend off, for example, and you can choose to say no to things. So you can choose to say, no, I'm not going to that family event. I'm not going out that day. I'm going to choose me. I'm going to choose to chill out. I'm going to choose to rest. And if you're making a New Year's resolution, thinking, oh, I want to get fitter, I want to go to the gym, that's great. Go for it. Do it. But don't be thinking I've got to go every day. I've got to go 100% every day. Sometimes you might just go for a walk. Do things slowly. Do things mindfully. Do things that are sustainable. And growth is not linear, is it? It's up and down sometimes. That's what I'm trying to say. So if you're judging yourself, I'm referring to my notes a moment, guys. If you're judging yourself right now, not being completely on it, not being completely amazing, not having loads of energy, not running marathons, not going to the gym all the time, not adhering to the new strict diet that you want to go on, don't fucking beat yourself up. Please don't. Don't. Chill out a bit. That's what I'm trying to say. Some people might not need to hear this, but some people might do. You don't need more discipline. You need more compassion. You need more compassion for yourself, towards yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself if you're making big changes, let's say. Anyway. Right. Legoose said, can you tell me interesting stuff about gravitational waves? Gravitational waves. What do you mean? The sea, are you talking about? The moon, I suppose, is connected to... I'll talk about this best I can, mate, but I'm not going to be hitting at it. But I suppose gravitational waves, what influences that would be the moon, wouldn't it? The moon is in close proximity to the Earth, of course, and that the gravity between the moon and the Earth creates gravitational waves, doesn't it? From my understanding. Not that I'm a science expert with regards to that. If you want me to change topic, then please let me know what you want me to talk about, and I'll talk about it a little bit more. So I'll change that to: is anyone hard on themselves for slowing down? There we go. Let me minimize that a little bit and just adjust it. Is anyone ever hard on themselves for slowing down? I'll leave that there. Jonah, hi Jonah. Is my friend God Eater still here? He's not written anything for a while. I don't know if he's still there, God Eater. Maybe not. But he's not written anything for a while, Jonah, for maybe about 20 minutes or something like that, if I'm honest. Jonah, you seem upset about that. I don't know if he'll be back. Who knows? Maybe he's on another. You just flick through, don't you, on your phone, and there's other lives wherever they are. So, is anyone ever hard on themselves slowing down? Yes, big time. I do that often. I'm really hard on myself slowing down. I feel like I need to keep going and doing, and it gets me. It's slowing down in life, Jonah. What's that mean, slowing down? Basically, imagine you're working or you want to work on something, like doing this YouTube channel or whatever it bloody is that you're doing, and you feel guilty for slowing down. So you decide not to do the overtime, Jonah. You decide not to go to the gym that day. You decide just to lie in bed. You slow down, and therefore, because you're used to doing all the time, you can feel guilty for slowing down. That's what I mean by that. Saksham, bald head, crying, and then with a poo at the end. Right. Yes, I've got a bald head. I have got a bald head, of course. I love my bald head. That's what I've got, man. That's what I've got. So I'm okay with it. John is saying, I'm in a band. I don't feel bad about slowing down. So you're always going, is that your passion, Jonah? Do you love doing that? And what type of music? Cool. I think, are you a singer, or what instrument do you play, Jonah? What type of music do you play? I'm assuming that's your passion as well. So you love doing it. You don't feel bad about slowing down. You don't feel bad about it. That's good, man. That's a very healthy, that shows a lot of self-compassion towards yourself, Jonah, by the sounds of it. Sounds like you're very well-rounded, by the way, Jonah. Who hit your face with a football? I love my face. How are you, Saksham? Happy New Year to you. Jonah saying Satima is bald and he's a king. Who's Satima? Is it off an anime, that, Jonah? Please elaborate if you can. I can't think of who that is. I think, is it off an anime? Am I wrong? Harrison Hash Brown, can we do a roast battle but we don't mean it? What do you mean by that? Saksham, bro, have you got Down syndrome? No, I haven't. I've worked with people that got Down syndrome, though. I used to work in with special needs kids, by the way, a long time ago. I'm a nurse now, but I used to do that. And you know what? They're lovely. They're absolutely lovely. I've worked with some people that have Down syndrome, by the way. Jonah's saying, I'm the bass player. Yes, it is my passion. I love making music. You love creating, Jonah, by the sounds of it. I think that's amazing, inspirational, which is rock and grunge. And it's great because I do it with my friends. That sounds amazing. You're loving that. That's great. It's great. Just enjoying the music, enjoying creating things. Legoose is saying gravitational waves are. Sorry, go back to Jonah. Good for you, man. Good for you. That sounds amazing. That's you're living your best life there. You're living the dream there in your own way. It's great. Legoose is saying, sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, I apologize, but gravitational waves are ripples in space itself. It happens when massive objects like black holes come crashing together. Wow. Mind blowing. I didn't know. Thanks for sharing that. By the way, I don't know much about that, but it's interesting. Thank you for sharing. Sander saying, I love your face too, Brad. Thanks, Sander. I appreciate you. Thank you. Sander then, oh yeah, One Punch Man, Jonah. Bloody hell, I thought it was that. Satima. I'm saying it name wrong probably. I like that series. It's really good, Jonah. I love anime, by the way. I enjoy anime. Not all of them, but I've loved it for a long time. I enjoy watching anime, and One Punch Man is a really good series. Absolutely, I just wish there were more episodes. That's all I've got to say, Jonah. It's really good, in my opinion. Sander saying, Jonah, that's lovely. Yeah, it is. You're doing something you're passionate about. You're with your friends. You're creating music. I hope that you make it one day. I don't know if you've made it, Jonah, to what level you're at. I have no idea, but I hope that your passion brings you money one day. I hope that you earn money out of it. Sander saying Down syndrome people are lovely. Yes, they are. I've worked with them. And Sander, it's a misconception though sometimes. It's saying that they're always happy, and a lot of the time they're very happy. Don't get me wrong, but they do get upset sometimes as well. They do have a mixture of emotions. People that have Down syndrome, of course, and they all have different personalities. They are really lovely though. They're a light in the world a lot of the time. And they're nice to be around a lot of the time. They can be challenging as well, don't get me wrong. But yeah, they tend to have a lessened lifespan on average compared to the average person, people who have Down syndrome. Anyway, Sandra's saying thank you to Jonah. Jonah's helping me with pronunciation. Thank you, Jonah. I sometimes struggle with that. Sayatama. Thank you. I hope I said that right. Jonah said, no, I haven't made big yet. I'm still in school. Oh, you've got loads of time, Jonah. If you're young, that means you've got potential. And why have you got potential? Because you've got the time, because you're young. Just enjoy it, yeah. Good for you, Jonah. Keep doing it. You seem like a very well-rounded person as well. Respectful and well-rounded and wise for your age. That's what you appear like with regards to how you are communicating on here, which is good to see, man. Good to see. And they say that people that, let's say, are musically talented, let's say, it's like it shows a lot of intelligence as well. Not that I'm an expert on musical instruments. I have no idea, but I do know that to read, you need to read music, don't you, as well? And I know that a lot of people that can read music, that play instruments, they tend to be creative, and it's a higher form of intelligence. It shows higher intelligence, and it can have a knock-on effect with other parts of your life as well in a positive way via creating music. Jonah says, thank you, sir. No worries, it's all good. Jonah saying, well, I'm in top set in all of my classes. Well, yeah, makes sense. It goes in line with what I've just said. Yeah. I could make sense. Makes sense. Yeah, it's good to be educated. It's good to be smart. There's different types of intelligence as well, of course. Everyone's got strengths and weaknesses, etc., etc. You don't like much of the other subjects. Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. High school, mate, or whatever, school, whatever. You're forced to do certain topics, and some of them are just boring, and you're not interested, and you just don't want to do it, but you just got to because you're there. So I completely understand that. I don't think it's even reasonable or to expect most people to enjoy all the subjects either. Everyone's different. I suppose a bit of patience is required. And then when you get once you get to college or university or a bit older, let's say, you have more autonomy once you get older, more independence. That independence comes at a price, of course, responsibilities. As you get older, you get more responsibilities as you get older, but then you've got more independence and choose what you want to do. So keep doing what you're passionate. Yeah, follow your passion, keep putting time and energy into it, and it will manifest in a positive way. Hopefully, let's say. You just like music, fair enough. Sandra saying, Jonah, haha, I bet you don't. Music is your niche and it's your passion. Yeah. At least you've found something. Some people don't know what the passion is, Jonah. No, some people never know. They just don't know. They don't have anything. So at least you've got something, which is good. So you're performing in summer and people pay to get in. Good. That's the start of something. It's in the school. Yeah. Good. It's a start of something. It's a start of something. I'm trying to say, get that money. Yeah, money's just a form of energy. Money gives you money. They say sometimes people say money is the root of all evil, but it's not. Money itself isn't evil, in my opinion. Money is a form of energy. You put the time and effort in, and you get money. It's a form of energy, and money gives you choices, and it keeps you comfortable. Let's say it's not. If it's used mindfully, money is a great thing. It's a tool, in my opinion. But we are always slaves to the money, Johnny. Yes, like you just said, we're always chasing the dollar. Some people, in the world that we live in, capitalism that we're living in, the systems that we're in, the capitalism that we're living in, Jonah, of course, we're all chasing the money. You give up your time for the money, don't you? You give up a day's work and you get paid at the end of it, but you've given up your time. And you're giving up a small part of your life for that one day's pay, for example. So and we need to do those things to survive. But I think I think we're all slaves to an extent, but it's some people will be more than others. It's being mindful in it. It's thinking, do you know what? I'm going to enjoy some of my time. I'm going to be smart with the money. I'm going to work so much so I can enjoy other days and not feel guilty about it. Kind of thinking. Let me go back to the comments. No, the school gets all the money. Yeah, they will for now. It's fine though. It's all good. Jonah's saying. Santa's saying, oh poo. We're all slaves to the money, which was John I read before. We absolutely are. There's truth in that. It really is. It's good for now, Santa's saying. Jonah then says financial systems are genius, really. Yeah, they keep the control, don't they, I suppose, Jonah. Elizabeth Harbers. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you? My name's Brad, by the way. You're from Amsterdam. Sorry, I can't read that other thing. Forgive my linguistic incapabilities there, Elizabeth. Hope you're okay. Are you from what? Sorry, can you elaborate? I can't read that other bit, but you're from Amsterdam. Hello from Amsterdam, anyway. Hello to you from Amsterdam. I can't even get the words out. Sorry. I'm saying hello, Elizabeth. Are you from Amsterdam? Is the question. Jonah's then saying government can print it. We work for it. Yeah. Federal Reserve, Jonah. Yep. You're trying to say money is a form of energy. Yes, it is. That's what it is, in my opinion. And it can be great life fuel. Yeah. Yep. You don't take anything with you. What's that saying as well? Life's like a game of Monopoly. Okay? It's all going back in the box. All those houses that you've got, all those hotels you've got on the Monopoly game, like in life, you could have 10 houses, you could have a mansion, you could be a billionaire, whatever. That's great. But it's borrowed. It's all going back in the box. So you don't take it with you. You don't take it with you. So don't become too attached to things, is what I'm trying to say. Enjoy things. Go for it. Enjoy your life. Be comfortable. have financial freedom, hopefully. That's why that's my aim, is to have financial freedom. That's what I'm going to achieve. Why shouldn't I work towards those things? But don't be a slave to those things too much, is what I'm trying to say. Realize that everything's borrowed. Even the body you have is borrowed. We all know these things deep down. John is saying, so the government get more power. Yeah, I agree. I get what you're saying. Nunca says, damn, man. What do you mean by that? Hello, Nunca. Thanks for commenting. John is saying, and we get some paper bills, yeah. As a dangling the carrot kind of thing, Jonah. Sandra's correcting me, thank you. Groches Amsterdam. I'm probably saying it wrong, but that's the best I can do. Thank you, Sandra. Elizabeth saying I'm from Amsterdam. How's life in Amsterdam? How's life in Amsterdam is the question. Hello, Dawn. Hi, good to see you, Dawn. Happy New Year back to you too. Hope you're okay. Hope you're doing well. Sorry, I didn't really announce this live. I just randomly turned up today and did it. I wasn't feeling it yesterday, if I'm honest. I was working yesterday. I worked till I had a hard, like a difficult day. I was at the hospital yesterday, and it was just a bit. I was just a bit fed up, if I'm honest. I was working on New Year's Eve, so that's probably why I was a bit fed up. But it was okay. It wasn't horrible or anything. But I was just tired and a bit fed up. And then last night I had some lovely, nice food. I ate some sweets. I drank some wine, and I relaxed. And it was really, I needed it. I really needed it. So it's all good. But Happy New Year to you, Dawn. Oh, you're okay. Happy New Year to everyone else as well, of course, if I've not already said that to you. Sandra's saying, Sandra's asking, is Grotes hello or good afternoon? I don't know, Sandra. Sorry, I don't speak Dutch. I don't know. Homeowner Association 25 says, my name is Karen Rendini. I live in the suburbs in a gated community. Am I above you? Yes. Did God make me perfect? Question mark. Also, yes. Am I sorry I was blessed? No. Wow. So homeowner associations went, right, hello, Karen. You're living in the suburbs. I'm breaking it down. You're living in this gated community. So you're above me. Why are you above everybody else? Why do you think that? Just yes. Elaborate. Did God make you perfect? So you're perfect as well. So you're like a supreme being in a way, by the sounds of it. And you're not sorry that you were blessed. How did you achieve such lofty status, Karen? Is my question. I'm seeing that as a bit of a joke, but I don't know. Anyway, I'll carry on. How's life in Amsterdam, Elizabeth? Sandra's asking. Sandra's saying, laughing at homeowner association. Elizabeth saying Happy New Year and all the best for this coming New Year party. Thank you, Elizabeth. So Happy New Year back to you. Take it nice and easy with this, all these New Year's resolutions, guys. Take it easy, take it slow. It's winter. Reflect, refine, reset. Do it gradually, do it slowly. Keep it simple. You don't have to make a New Year's resolution, but if you want to, go for it. But keep it simple. Don't go crazy with it. Don't go all in on it. It's winter. You're meant to slow down. You can hurt yourself. You can burn out. It's easier said than done. I get it. It's like push, but don't be mindful about how you push, is what I'm trying to say. Sandra says, hello, Dawn. Happy New Year. What did you do last night, Dawn? Good question. From Sandra. John is asking, okay, I'm good. I'm going to go. Get something to eat. Now, I'll probably be back later today if you're still streaming. No worries, John. Thanks for joining us. Thank you for sharing your experiences and your perspectives. I appreciate you being on here. Enjoy your food. Enjoy the rest of your day, whatever you're doing. So thank you. Sandra's asking, what's for lunch, Jonah? Jonah's saying you're probably my favourite streamer, to be honest, because you're very kind and you answer every comment. Thanks, Jonah. I try my best. I try to be kind. People take kindness for a weakness sometimes. I always say that, Jonah, but it's not. It's a strength. But thank you for your kind words. Appreciate you. Thank you. Anyway, I'll move on. So Jonah's saying, I don't know right now what you're eating. Enjoy whatever you're doing. Dawn is saying, I was working. I had a road sweeper at the street party. You're working? Was it? I bet you were on a good wage, I'm assuming. I was working yesterday as well, Dawn. I was on till 7:30, but I got to leave at 6:30, which wasn't too bad. I had quite a long day. But I had nice drinks and nice food last night. I was just chilling, just me and Sander. It was just chilling. It was good. How did that look, Dawn? You were road sweeper at the street party. You just turned up with it, basically, I'm assuming. Jonah's saying, see you later. Goodbye, Jonah. Enjoy the rest of your day, mate. It's all good. Sander's asking Dawn, what did you sweep? Rude doggy dog. Oh, here we go, rude doggy dog. Hi, it's my brother's birthday. Can you give him a shout out? His name's something. Rude. Rude doggy dog. But I didn't quite fall for that one. Cheap frills, mate. Cheap frills. It's all good. Dawn saying all the beer cans and wine bottles, the messy fuckers through everywhere. Yeah, I can imagine. Was it in the city centre, Dawn? People celebrating. Sander's laughing at the thing that somebody's just said, but I'm not reading it out. It's funny. I'm going with a fun joke. Sander's saying, LOL, typical. Dawn, I'd love to use the road sweeper to sweep some people instead. Hi, David, 6'7". That means average or whatever it is. Why? Can I ask you a question, David? My name is Brad, by the way. I'll ask you a question. Why do you write that? I'm just asking out of curiosity. Why do you write it? Why? Please elaborate. Does it make you feel good? I don't get it. And it's a number. To me, it's a number. What does it mean to you? Why do you do it? How does it make you feel after you've written it? Here's my questions there. Dawn saying, yeah, I didn't finish till 7 a.m. I just woke up. Wow, shit, Dawn. Wow. You didn't finish work till 7 in the morning. Bloody, you work hard. I hope you get some rest, Dawn. Please have a nice rest. I hope you get some rest and chill. You've just woken up. Take it easy, Dawn. Take it easy. It's up to you, of course, your life, but I just hope you look after yourself. So, Sophia is saying, can I teach you something in Greek? Okay, go for it, Sophia. David, 6'7". Okay. That's a long-ass night, Dawn. It really is, Sander. Absolutely. That's a long-ass night. Thank you to anyone that's liked and subscribed, by the way. I appreciate you all sending that respect out there. David says 6'7" again. Sander says 8'9". David comes back with a 6'7". Sander then comes back with a 99. And David is doing an upside down smile with a 67 again. David, have you got anything else to add? Sander's then saying, we get it, David. Did you just learn that? So David then saying, no, I've been doing this for a while. With a thingy, tongue out smile. I look weird. What am I doing? What am I doing? God, I'm going with it. I'm going with the emoji shit here. David's saying, no, I've been doing this for a while. Okay, well done. Sandy then saying, David, oh, okay, LOL. Successful then. So Sophia is saying, say. Drum roll, please. David's then saying, bro, any dating advice? David, do you want some dating advice? I'll give you some dating advice. My opinion is you can't come from a fucking place of desperation. If you're coming from a place of desperation, they're going to smell it on you. They're going to smell it on you. That's not good. Don't come from a place of desperation. Be healthy, respectful, have a relationship with yourself, and just love yourself. by just having healthy habits or whatever it is. Like yourself, have a relationship with yourself, go for dates on your own. It sounds crazy, but just don't be desperate, just clinging to any bits of crumbs of approval. If you find, imagine you're going to, I don't know where, let's say work, I'll go with work, and you're single, and you have, there's a person that you are attracted to. Sure that you're attracted to them a little bit, maybe. If they're giving off some signals, if they're not, leave them alone. If they've got a partner, leave them alone. Don't go down that road. It's not good. But if you like someone, it's okay to have the confidence to go, do you know what? Show a bit of like, but just a little bit though, a little bit, and then back off. Back off. Don't keep going and go. Some people are desperate. They're desperation. They're insecure. They're coming from a place of desperation, and they're just all over girls all the time. And they're just pestering and pestering and pestering. What does it make? It makes you look very unattractive. Doesn't make you look good. So you're just doing your own thing. You're working on yourself. You're going to the gym. You're winning. You're just concentrating on yourself. Show a bit of something towards someone and then back off. If they like you, if they're your person, they'll vibe with you and you'll just know. If they're not vibing with you, it'll feel forced. It'll feel awkward. It'll feel clumsy. That doesn't make them a bad person and you a bad person, or vice versa, a good person. It just means you're not vibing. It just doesn't work. You're not aligned. It's okay. Move on. Don't be bothered. Don't be worried. The right person will come to you eventually, David. That's my thoughts on that. But don't come from a place of fucking desperation. Don't be a simp. Don't do it, man. Don't fucking do it. Have some self-respect. Know your worth as well. It's like, I know let's say, tell yourself, I'm a fucking good catch. I'm a good person. I know my worth. I'm not scared. I'm not asked. I don't give a fuck. If I'm on my own, I'm good. Be happy with being on your own. That will give off attraction. People will be attracted to that. The right person will. The wrong person won't be. And you might be okay with being on, thinking, oh, I need to have a partner by February or March. No, I don't. I'm okay being on my own. Then you're going to be giving off good vibes. And don't settle for shit either. So if you see, also, it's another one, is you might get somebody, what can happen, there's traps out there as well, David, mate. It's complicated, isn't it? It fucking can be, because there's fucking red people. Some people appear to be really good and they've got red flags. So they're going to cause you a lot of fucking problems. You're better off on your own. You don't want a toxic person in your life. They're going to fuck your life right up. And if someone's extremely selfish, or they're never accountable for anything, they're never in the wrong, they're always right, they're bossy, they're controlling, they're toxic, don't settle for that. Don't come from a place of desperation. Don't settle for dog shit. Know your worth. You want a genuinely good person that you can trust. Sorry, I'm going on. That's my dating advice. But don't chase too much. Chase a little bit, then back the fuck off. See what they do. If they don't do anything, move on. And if they come towards you, then go with it. But don't be too desperate. 67 again from David. A bit of advice for you, David. Stop doing the whole 67 thing. I'd advise that. That's not, I don't know. If that's your thing, maybe work on something else, man. Because you're wasting your life with that 67 shit. It's just, what the fuck you doing? What you doing with that shit? Not good. Whatever. It's a bit pointless and a waste of your time and energy. Honestly. So a bit of dating advice is, the first thing to do is stop fucking writing 67 over and over again. It's just a bit dumb. It's a bit stupid. You're better than that, David. We can do it. You can do it. Maybe, I don't know. Think of something else. Do something else. I don't know, mate. Sandra's saying, David, maybe don't use 67 a lot, LOL. Helps getting those dates. I didn't read that until just now. Absolutely. AI miniature fams. Another one, AI miniature fams on the 67 road as well. It's just a troll, you bored. I know. It's just a troll. It doesn't bother me, mate. It's just, David, it's helps my algorithm, David, so thank you. Sandra's saying it's a slang trend and it's stupid. Yeah, it's just, that's it. It's just dumb. Just pointless. Sophia is saying, say yasso. That means hello in Greek. Okay? I'll say it. Yasso. Hope that's okay for you, Sophia. Thanks for teaching me some Greek. I don't know Greek very well. Sorry, Sophia, but thank you. Jonah says hello. Welcome back, John. I hope you're okay. Sandra then saying, yes, so Sophia, saying hello back. AI Miniature is saying yes. Jonah saying, I think I'll subscribe. 3, 2, 1, boom. Thank you, Jonah. Thanks a lot. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you. Thank you. That means a lot. Thank you. David saying you are a Pookie. What's a Pookie? Sam saying LOL. Countdown time. Porky Bear. What the hell? Pookie? What? Jonah's saying, to be honest, I'm trying to show off, but like I'm really good at maths and English, but it's kind of a waste. David saying, thank you for the advice, buddy. No worries, David. How old are you, David, is the question. Jonah's saying, because I'm not going to use that. I suppose, though, as well, John, it's like we go to education systems that we have. It's just we're learning to remember things, but not create. So we're learning to remember things, aren't we? A lot of the time. I think it's good to create, be creative. That's the true intelligence, is being creative. Sandra's saying, Jonah, ha ha ha. Jonah's saying, is this dating advice? I'm just giving, someone's asked me any dating advice and I've given a little opinion there. Jonah's got a strategy though. Okay. David's saying, matter of the fact is, it's 2026 and I'm still single. Yeah, I was single for years, David, so I know. A long, long, long time. I spent all on my own, you know. I've had a few relationships, don't get me wrong, but a lot. I'm with someone now, I've been with them for nearly 10 years. But prior to that, I was on my own for a long time, David, so I know what it's like. It's not all bad, though. Jonah's saying, I just chill out, let them come to me. Jonah, that's bang on. Chill the fuck out. You're not coming from a place of desperation. Let them come to you. Let them work. Let them chase you a little bit. You've got to give something out, like you've got to give a bit out, a little bit of, show a bit of interest, let's say, but just chill out with it. Be okay with them not liking you, basically. Be happy either way. Be nonchalant, kind of thinking. And John's saying, when I like them enough, I'll say yes, of course. John, very wise, absolutely. Chill it. And John's saying, yeah, it's worked. Yeah, it does. It does. Be patient and chill with it, though. Yeah, know your worth. Know your worth. And the right people will see, the right person will see your worth in you. If you're genuinely working on yourself, you're genuinely coming across as a healthy, well-rounded individual that's useful, that's strong, that's fucking well-rounded, you should realize that. Know your worth, mate. Know your worth and don't accept second best is good enough for no one. I'll say it again. Second best is good enough for no one. Don't allow second best. Don't allow substandard behavior. Don't accept that. Sometimes, though, in life, you learn the hard way. And I did. I've learned the hard way in the past. And sometimes that's the only way to learn. I wouldn't have learned other than doing it the hard way, is going through the pain and the suffering. So, yeah, anyway. Sandra's asking, David, how old are you? John's saying a denied 2 and accepted 1. You've got options there, Jonah. Good for you. David's saying I'm 18. Young, David, young. And you're not fully developed yet. 18. Like, you're a young adult, of course. You're still not fully developed, which is fine. You'll get there, David. You'll get there. There's no rush, mate. You've got time. Jonah's saying, because she's the nicest one. Jonah, you're smart. You want the nice one. You want the nice person. You don't want the crazy ones. They're going to fuck you. You will probably only know this. It'll mess your life up, mate. Big time. Do a lot of damage. That's men and women. Doesn't matter. Go with the nice one. Go with the nice ones. Trust me. The ones that actually genuinely care about you, the ones that want, you know. Anyway, I'll move on. So I'm saying, oh, still very young, David. Yes, still very young. You've got time, David. There's no rush, mate. You'll get there. You've got potential because you've got time. If you're young, you've got potential because you've got time. Jonah's saying he's 18, still single and staying 6'7". Yeah. Move on from the 6'7". Move away from the 6'7", David. You don't have to. It's your choice, your life. Whatever makes you feel good. But that's going to keep you in a certain level. That 6'7" philosophy, let's call it, if you can call it philosophy, that kind of behavior, doing that is not really going to be, it's not good for you in the long term. You can do more than that. You can be better than that. But that's your choice. So everyone grows at different levels as well. Some people never grow. They just carry on doing stupid shit all their lives. And then they end up like 50, 60 years old and they've got the emotional maturity of an 8-year-old. Some men, they just don't grow up. They just don't develop. They act like arseholes, like spoiled brats. And they're emotionally stunted and they're fucking idiots. And they call them what did I say? They call them a man child, for example. It's like an old body, but with the emotional maturity of an 8-year-old. It's ugly. It doesn't not a good look. And the end results, it's a sad existence. It really isn't. It's not good. And some of these people are never wrong. They never grow. They never admit their mistakes. They never work on themselves. They just end up lost. You don't want to end up like that. It's a shit life, trust me. Anyway, that's my opinion. Johnny saying you don't want to say your age. Fair enough, you don't have to. There's no pressure, by the way. That's your autonomy to do that, of course. Fair enough, Sander says. David's asking how old Sander is. Sander is 40 years old. David's asking Sander if she's single. Sophia, thank you. Thanks, you did pretty well. Thanks, Sophia. So I can speak fluent Greek now, Sophia. I'm joking. Of course I can't. I'm not the best, but thank you for teaching me that. Thank you, Sophia. Tana's saying, David, no, LOL, ha ha ha. I think I could be your mother, but realistically though, God. What a majestic time we're having here. Dave saying Pookie means cute. All right. Okay, cool. Didn't know that. David saying, apologies, I didn't mean to make the situation awkward. Oh, that's very kind of you to say, David. Sandra saying it's all good. David saying, Sandra, I appreciate it. It's all good. It's all good. Bit of respect there. That's nice, David. That's good, mate. That's the way. That's the way. That's just be a good, decent person, man. It's all good, man. That's how you win. Edits. MRN edits. I don't know how to read the rest of that. You're saying hard. Okay. Live with August saying, I disagree. Elaborate, please. Live with August saying, bra bra bra, bokken yaman, ek lidai kak, bok ya ma sepos. I'm trying to read that the best I can. I don't know what that means. David saying, a friend of mine from Pakistan recently joined the Ukraine Armed Force as a mercenary, making £4,000 a month, and he's been sending money home. It's genuinely a privilege to be born in a first world country. Yeah, it is. Oh my God, yeah, it is, David. Absolutely. England's got its problems, don't get me wrong, and it's deemed to be a first world country. Is it going downhill? We could say yes. But it is a privilege to live in a first world country, a country that's not at war. That's whoever's joined as a mercenary, it's £4,000 a month is a good wage, but it's basically it's Russian roulette, literally, isn't it? Making £4,000 a month is a good wage. Don't get me wrong, but that person's life's on the line, David. Live with August is saying, why? I can't read that, mate. Sorry, I can only read English. Asking David a question. Can you elaborate, Live with August? Afrikaans, Sander's asking, question mark. Live with August saying, yes, well done, Sander. Sander's very good with languages, by the way. It's now third world. Neo's prophecy. There's a lot of truth in that Neo's prophecy. It's now the third world. Yeah. Or second world. I get it, though. I get it. I'm thinking about England and how it's going downhill. It's definitely it's going down that trajectory. Absolutely, Neo's prophecy. I agree to an extent. Sander's saying, live with August. Live with August saying £4,000 a month. You don't pay for food or housing. That's a good deal, though. Live with August, yeah, it's a good deal. You get £4,000 a bit on the front line in Ukraine-Russia war. People are dying every day. You're lucky to. Some people don't make it 6 months. It's not a good. It's dicey, isn't it? War is not fun. You're lucky to get out of it alive with all your limbs intact. And your mind. Is that before or after tax as well? Oh dear. Is it really a good deal? It's not a good deal if you're dead. Neo prophecy going LOL, yes mate, it's bad, haha. What the England at the moment, Neo's prophecy, yeah, it's yeah, I can really understand where you're coming from. I feel it too. In my own way, yes. And is it going to get better, Neo's prophecy? Probably not. It's probably going to get worse. Probably going to get harder. You need to be strong. You need to be well-rounded just to have the resilience to get through things. Sander's saying it's a really bad deal. What, going on the front line for £4,000 a month? Yeah, it's a bad deal, Sander. Kind of deal that gets you PTSD or injury or death. Yes, likely. Dallas Brady, hello Dallas Brady, good of you to join us again. I hope you're okay. I hope you're doing really well. Happy New Year back to you from Louisiana. Thanks for joining us again. I'm not seeing you for a while, but thank you for being with us today, being present. Happy New Year back to you, Dallas Brady. Live with August is saying, let me rephrase. Okay, let me see what you've got to say. It's a good deal if you're single with no family and don't give a shit if you live or die. Good perspective. I can understand that. Then and only then it's a good deal. Yeah, I suppose if you don't give a shit if you're going to live or die and you've no family, you're single and you're in the front line, then it could be seen to be a good deal if you've no other opportunities. Yeah. But only then, yeah, it's such a risky business, that one. Neo's prophecy saying, mate, it's going to get worse. I'm leaving in 2027. Right, interesting, Neo's prophecy. Whereabouts are you from, if you don't mind me asking? And where are you going to go and what you're going to do? How are you going to achieve that? I'm genuinely interested. And I can understand why you'd want to leave England, let's say. That's interesting to me, by the way. Anyway, Sander's saying, oh, cool, Dallas Brady. Happy New Year. Sander's then saying, live with August. Well, now you put that into perspective, LOL. It's good to hear. It's a well thought out perspective, that. Sander's also asking, Neo, where are you moving to? AI Miniature says, hello. Hello, AI Miniature. Live with August saying, subbed and liked. Oh, thanks. Thank you, Luke with August. I really appreciate that. I'm only a small channel. I've been going for a year. My channel's called Inspirational Ambivert. I talk about self-improvement. I talk about just making sense of the suffering that is experienced during life and trying to be a good, well-rounded, healthy, strong person. That's what I generally talk about. But thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Then Live with August saying, let me head onwards. Nice channel. I'll be back. Thank you, Live with August. Enjoy the new year. Enjoy your day. Enjoy the year. I hope you have a great year. I hope you have a good life. And I'm saying again, thank you. Neil's Prophecy saying, follow me, mate. I'm videoing the process. Have you got your own channel, Neil's Prophecy? Is the question. You're videoing the process. What? Right. Okay. I don't know what you mean by that because I've only got so much information. It sounds interesting though. Sanders saying, nice to have you here, Live with August. Absolutely, Sander. You're off to the Greek islands to live in paradise. Nice. Is there work there? Where you're going to work? What you're going to do? It does sound lovely, Sander. Absolutely, I agree. Absolutely. So anyway, I'll carry on speaking. I've got my script here a little bit. Let me just move on. So winter as a reset. Winter as a reset. Winter isn't meant for expansion. It's not. I used to do, let me think. I used to do triathlons. This was 10 years ago I did triathlons. I was good at triathlons. I'm not anymore, but I was. This is 10 years ago. I'm 43 now. I was 33 then. I used to be a triathlon club. I used to do triathlons all the time. I was doing races. I was competing. I was an amateur, but I was good at. I was good at it. I was good at it. I wasn't the best, but I was good at it. Let's say that. And I trained all year, and I was even hitting it hard in winter. And you're meant to taper off in winter when you're doing triathlons. That's what they say. And tapering off means fucking slow down. Don't keep hitting it 100% every week because the body can't take it. But me being a stupid idiot, I was doing triathlons. I was training really hard all year round and even in winter. And I ended up with injuries. Meaning that we're meant to slow down in winter. That's my point. I'll go back to the comments in a moment. It's meant for integration. It's a time to, let's go with this, reflect on the year that's passed. What's worked out? What's not worked out? What do I need to let go of? What do I need to let go of? What do I need? Because sometimes you need to let go of things in order to move on to the next thing. It could be habits that are holding you back. It could be people that you're holding you back. It could be around toxic people that drink all the time and you want to be healthy, but you can't be around those people. You need to let them go. You need to integrate these things into your life to achieve those things. Looking back at that last year, what's worked, what's not, what you're happy with, that's subjective, isn't it? We have autonomy over our own lives. What works for you and works for me is different. Of course, let go of what's drained you. Let go of what's holding you back, man. Don't want that going forwards. Don't want it. Fuck that. That's holding me down. These behaviors, these habits are holding me down. It could be you eat too much. If you eat too much, you're eating too much sugar. It's just a really simple one. I'm eating sweets and chocolate every day. They taste really good. I'm addicted to them and I'm overweight. I need to let go of those things. Let's slow it down a little bit. Rest without an agenda as well. Sometimes rest is the best thing you need. But even with training and exercising, if the body's sore, you need rest days. If you don't have the rest days, you're going to get injured if you keep going. I'll carry on. A reset doesn't mean giving up. It means recalibrating. Just resetting. I'm reflecting. I'm resting. I'm chilling. I don't have to be on the go all the fucking time is what I'm trying to say. Some people just don't stop. And then they break down. They break down. They don't achieve what they're meant to achieve because they don't slow down. They get injured, etc., etc. And sometimes the strongest thing you can do is pause. Take strength to stop and not feel guilty about it is what I'm trying to say. I'll go back to the comments, guys. Sandra's saying, wow, Neil, that looks lovely. I've skimmed through, Neil. It looks lovely, Sandra's saying. Going back to you guys on the comments. Living off the grid in the boat and working online. Nice. That sounds amazing. Living off the grid. Coming away from the Matrix kind of thing in Neo. Forgive the pun, Neo, but I'm thinking Neo from the Matrix. Trying to escape the Matrix kind of thing, Neo. In relation to your name, it sounds like you're actually genuinely working towards that. Working from home jobs, creating content, creating passive income potentially with regards to digital assets. I'm trying to think here. Neil, I hope that you achieved that. Good for you. Good for you, man. Nathan, hi Nathan, welcome back. I remember you, of course. Hello, my dear friend, it's me, Nathan. I was the guy who said sandwiches are just flat burgers. Yeah, I remember you, Nathan. I hope you're okay. How are you? I'm good, Nathan. I'm good. I'm just chilling today. I'm doing this live, of course, but just relaxing, just resetting. I hope Happy New Year to you, Nathan. I hope you're okay. Sanderson saying that sounds great, Neil, but the thing I struggle with is the movements of the boat and the lack of comfort. Yeah, I suppose there are challenges that will be in place, Sandy, if you're going to live on a boat and live sustainably. Yeah, there's going to be challenges with that by the sounds of it. Not that I'm an expert on these things, Sander or Neo, I'm not. Neo then says, thank you, no worries. David's asking Sander what she does for a living. Sander's saying, hi, Nathan, I remember you. How are you? Neil saying there are downsides. There's downsides to everything. There's pros and cons to everything. There's pros to, like, let's say I work for the NHS. There's pros to it. I get sick pay if I get ill. I've got constant work. There's always work. I've got a steady income. I get a pension. They keep me, like, that keeps me there, really. My pay's decent. It's not amazing, but it's decent, let's say. It's better than the average person, let's say that. And that can keep me comfortable. But the downsides is no matter how good I am at my job, I only get paid so much at the band I'm at. I'm at band 5 currently. I only get paid so much. There's a ceiling. There's a ceiling to earning. No matter how hard I work or how good I am, I'm only going to get the same. I get the same as someone who's not so good, who's lazy. So that's the downside. If you've got your own business, of course, you've got autonomy over your business. You decide when you work, etc., etc. There's more freedom in that potentially, but there's no guaranteed income, is there? There's no sick pay. You've got to pay yourself. Anyway, there's pros and cons to everything is my point in relation to what Neil's saying. You're letting go of everything, ? Let go of everything. What's holding you back? Do you want to let go of everything? What do you mean by that, Neil? Sorry. Sander's saying, David, I'm a full-time anaesthetic nurse. I work in the operating theatres. Yes, Sander does that. Neil saying, Sander puts more people to sleep for a living than a pro boxer. That's very true, Neil. Yes, that's very true. Yeah, and they literally do go to sleep. They really deep sleep. Yeah, they do. Very true. David's saying, Sander, you see a lot of blood and stuff. Yeah, David, in operational theatres, depending on what's occurring, there can be a lot of blood. It depends on what the operation is. It's not for the faint of heart. It's not for everybody. Some people don't like the sight of blood. Neo is laughing. It's all good. Good to see that you're laughing, Neo. One moment. Sanderson said, Neil, there are always pros and cons to everything for sure. But we need to do and go for what makes us feel fulfilled and our best selves. And that can change, can't it, as we get older? But I agree, Sander, very true. Neil says, for sure, Sander. Nathan there says, feel the free-flowing frequencies, otherwise drown within the spun waves. What do you mean by that, Nathan? Vibrate at a higher level, are you trying to say? Or get sucked into the low vibrational bullshit? Is that what you're trying to say, Nathan? Correct me. Anyone, sorry if I misinterpret anyone, by the way. I'm just reading things in real time and interpreting them the best I can. If you think that I'm misinterpreting anything, just feel free to correct me. It's all good. Sander's then saying, David, on the anaesthetic side of things, there's not much blood, but theatres generally can get bloody, yes. Hip replacements, knee replacements, they're basically opening up the knee, the skin around the knee, all the tissue, exposing the bone. They're taking the bloody kneecap out and they're sewing it off and then replacing it with a metal knee, let's say. So there's a lot of blood in that kind of operation. But others, is not so much. Anyway, Neil saying finding balance in life is the hardest things. Yin and yang, yes, the yin and yang, the circle, isn't it? The white with a little bit of a black and the black with a bit of white. It can be hard finding balance sometimes. Absolutely. It's a lifelong challenge, Neil. Jonah saying hello again. Finished my food. Did you enjoy it? I hope you had something nice to eat, Jonah. Welcome back. Neil saying anyone can do it. If you put your mind to things, you can achieve most things, Neil. I agree. I'm not saying those things are always easy, but it's achievable. David's saying it must be stressful for you. Towards Sandra, towards working in a hospital. Yeah, absolutely. Can be really challenging. Can be very stressful. Yep. Things don't always. It's hard when things don't go to plan. That's when your skills are truly tested, when it gets hard. When everything's going smoothly, it's all good. Nice and steady, nice and easy, no problems. It's when things can just change like that really quickly. And then that's when you're tested. Anyway, Sandra saying Neo, yes, agreed. But in our personal life, we can work to achieve that balance and peace. Yes. Neo saying exactly, Neo. Escaping the matrix is the game. I get as best as you can. Yep. You've built a website. Good for you. You built a website. What do you have on your website? Do you sell things on the website, Neo? Thank you, mate. No worries. It's all good. Jonah's asking, hey, can I have some advice? I'll try my best, Jonah. I'll try my best. I don't know what. Ask the question. Go for it. Neo saying websites, LOL. No worries. Jonah saying, I've had some arguments with my girlfriend. That's normal, Jonah. I'll go back to the comments in a moment. Yes, you're going to argue. You're going to fall out. You're going to disagree on things. That's normal in a relationship. Neil saying happy New Year to everybody. Thank you, Neil. Jonah saying, what do I do? Right, so you're arguing with your girlfriend. What's the argument about is the question. And ideally, you need someone that likes to resolve arguments. So if you're with someone that's really reasonable, Jonah, you might have an argument, and in the heat of the moment, you can't resolve it because people are just too angry. But once it's calmed down, then you need someone who can actually genuinely communicate with you. You need two people to achieve that. Person A, person B need to be able to both communicate. If one person can communicate and the other one, so one person can communicate, the other person won't, they just don't want to, they refuse to, then you're in a pickle. Then you're not going to meet some common ground there. But what do? Can you speak to them? Listen to their perspective. Listen to what they've got to say. Don't say anything. Why are you angry? Why are you pissed off? Ask them those questions. Say, can I speak to you? I want to talk to you. I need 10 minutes of your time. Find somewhere private, somewhere calm. Speak calmly. Ask them, why are you angry? Why are you pissed off? Listen to them. Show that you understand so they feel heard. And then say, can I speak about my side now? So say, you're going to say your point of view, and then I'm going to say my point of view. Is that okay with you? And if you've got someone that's willing to do that, you're onto a winner. So they speak and you speak. And hopefully you both understand within that communicational process. And then you think, right, how can we make this better? What do you want me to do? Can I compromise? If I've done something to upset you, I'll try not to do that. I'll try to change that the best I can. And then hopefully you come to a resolution. But it doesn't always work like that. It's not always that straightforward, Jonah, is it? I'm sure. If you've got someone who doesn't want to communicate, they're angry at you, but they won't communicate, it's difficult because they're not open to having a discussion with you. That's when it can get really challenging. It's really difficult. I've had those situations in the past. And it becomes unreasonable then, doesn't it? It's hard to reason with someone who's being unreasonable. If someone who refuses to communicate and refuses to listen, it's difficult. But you need two willing people to achieve that. Anyway, I I hope that's answered that the best. I've answered that the best I can with the limited information I have, Jonah. So Anna's then saying, David, it can be very physically and mentally challenging being an anaesthetic nurse. We're on about. Yes, but it's very rewarding and I love helping people. You're helping to fix people. It is rewarding. I worked in Preston on Sunday, major trauma list. And there was this woman, and I think she was Asian and Muslim. I don't know. She didn't speak any English, right? She spoke Hindu anyway. She'd broken her forearm, but it was really bad. She'd broken it let's just keep it simple, broken a bone there, but then on the other side, broken a bone there. So they had to make 2 incisions and basically they had to put metal plates in her arm because the arm was broken in 2 places. It was a really bad break. Anyway, the surgeons fixed it and she was just, I looked into her eyes. She was an old woman. She was really, really grateful and really, really thankful. And it just felt really good. That's all I've got to say. You're part of a team that helps to fix people, and that is rewarding. Anyway, I'll carry on. Nathan saying, Sandra, I remember too. It's very nice. Stephen saying, Stephen Tingley saying, Happy New Year from Sussex, New Brunswick, Canada. Hi, Stephen. Happy New Year back to you, sir. How are you? Hope you're okay. My name's Brad, by the way. Thank you for saying Happy New Year. Happy New Year back to you. How's life in New Brunswick, in Canada? Sandra's then saying, Neo, Happy New Year to you too. I wish you joy, blessings, and that you soon live all your ambitions and wants. I hope that you achieve what you want. Absolutely. I think it's important to be happy for people, not be jealous and envious of people. Because if you're envious of people, imagine, I'm sorry, Neo, I'm using you as an example. Like Neo wants to do whatever, he wants to move to Greece, he wants to move to an island, he wants to have financial freedom, let's just say that. And some people might be jealous of Neo, for example, and I don't think that's a good place to be. That keeps you low vibrational. If you're jealous and envious of others, it's not good. I think you should be happy for others. That can help manifest good things to you too, in my opinion. You should be happy for others and encourage others to do well. That's my thoughts on that. Sandra says, Nathan, there we go. Sandra says, Happy New Year to Stephen. Thank you for anyone that's liked and subscribed, by the way, guys. I appreciate you all. Neil's then saying, the NHS is in shambles, though. It's run badly. Neo, yep, it's NHS Titanic. That's very true. It functions and it works a lot of the time. Don't get me wrong. There is small wins in there from my perspective, but is it falling apart? Absolutely. God, there's been even I work for one trust, which is 2 hospitals, which is Chorley and Preston, right? That's just one bloody trust out the whole country. There's so many trusts, there's so many hospitals, but I work for one, okay? And there's been a full ward of 29 beds at Chorley, completely gone. All the staff gone, all the beds gone. These beds were full of people, full of patients. Gone. And there's one at Preston as well. It's a full building. It's called Finney House. And Finney House is for people, older people that need, it's a medical ward basically. People, or a rehabilitation kind of ward. And it's quite a sizable building. There's quite a lot of beds in there, and that's completely gone. And that's just one trust. So yes, it's falling apart, and there's so much more to what I'm just saying. It's run badly. It's badly managed. It's bleeding money, hemorrhaging money, Neo, big time. It's a sign of the society that we're in, Neo, in relation to what you were talking about before, wanting to leave the country because the country's crumbling. It's receding. It's regressing. The country, therefore, the healthcare provision is struggling too. Yes, cost of living is getting higher. People are struggling. It's crumbling. It's not as good as it was. Neo, it just isn't. That's true. Quite a few people have lost their jobs. They're going through everything. They're cutting so many things, services, and also Neo. On that note, when I qualified in 2021 as a nurse because I did this a bit. I did the degree when I was in my 30s. I'm now 43. I've been there for I've been there for over 4 years, let's say. Anyway, when I qualified, there were loads of jobs, there were loads of work. Like, I had people offering me jobs when I qualified in 2021. There were so many jobs at the time because they were desperate because of COVID. Happy days for me, got work straight away. But if now, honest to God, there's hardly any jobs out there in nursing and other sections. It's really difficult to find work. Tougher times, basically. Anyway, I'll carry on. Neil saying you were saying let go of things. I said let go of everything in thought. All right, sorry, I misinterpreted. Let go of some things. You decide that, Neil, is what I meant by that. That's what I meant by that. Muramu 1, when did you realise you were gay? Oh, we go with the gay one. We've got a troll. I'm not that way inclined, Muramu. Or you is the question. And it's okay to be that. It doesn't matter. Just a preference or a choice, isn't it? I'm not into it, really. It's not for me. I don't feel attracted to that. But do you, is the question. Are you attracted to that? Are you projecting? Usually the case. That kind of question is usually a projection kind of question. Usually a person who asks if someone else is gay, it's usually because they're insecure about it themselves. True, I believe. Anyway, it's all good. Sanders saying, Neo, it isn't in a great place. No, the NHS isn't. The country isn't. Now more than ever before, sadly. It's been completely killed off. It's scary. But the theatres earn the NHS a lot of money. So we're doing better than other services. That's very true. Yeah, Neo and others, every operation that we complete, the government gives the hospital money for. That's where they make the money. The medical wards don't make any money. They hemorrhage money. They don't make much money out of it. That's just how it works, for right or for wrong. They run these things as businesses, don't they? It's meant to be for the people, really. And another one, Neo, is basically, have you heard of Parking Eye? Parking Eye is like a bloody parasite. It's a parasite company, in my opinion. And basically, we pay to park. We pay to park. As even when we work there, I've got to pay to park at the hospital. It's ridiculous. And the car parks have been sold off to a private company, being Parking Eye. So the NHS is paid for by the people via tax, and then they're selling public assets off to private companies. In a way, it's stealing, in my opinion. That's what's happened as well, amongst other things. Anyway, I'll carry on. Neo saying mindset trick. Release everything and let it come to you. Yeah, don't be too scared and hold on to things. That's definitely Neo's prophecy. That's very wise and very true. I'm just going to share that. Release everything and let it come to you. Don't force it. What's meant to come to you will do. By being desperate for something, you're giving off vibes of desperation, and you're going to push things away sometimes if you're too desperate for things. Relax and let it come to you. Absolutely. So I'm saying, for example, wards. For example, wards. Yeah, I know what you mean. Santa's saying, ha, I didn't see the boxy comment, laughing my fucking ass off. Yeah, well, you're knocking loads of people out with the anaesthetics. That's very true. Jonah's saying, a bully in my school has had a car crash. Oh, dear. And he was in the theatre. Wow. What happened? What injuries did he incur? I'm just catching up with the comments, guys. Shock Ruler saying, hey, I think you have a very, very, very big head. I've got a pea head. It's not that big. If you look at my whole body in relation to my body, it's not big at all. It's very proportionate, actually, but it's not that big of a head. It might look big on here. Jonah's saying, shut up. Silly. Yes, thanks, Jonah. Sandra's asking, Miramu, when did you realise you're a moron? In relation to what they just said. Probably doesn't realise it, Sandra. That's the thing with morons. They just don't have the intelligence to look within. So they just don't realise they're that dumb. That's just the way it goes. Sad. Anyway, Sandra's saying, I like the mindset trick, Neo. Yeah, there's a lot of truth in that. Very wise. It is like, let go of desperately wanting something and then it'll manifest. Yes. Still putting things in place to manifest those things, putting time and energy into achieving those things on a consistent basis, but not being so desperate for them. Absolutely. Jonah's saying his head isn't even that big. No, I know it's not. It's what you get on here, Jonah. You've got to have broad shoulders to be able to do what I'm doing right now and be okay with it. So I'm fine. It's just, it's the yin and yang of life, Jonah. The good and the bad. The trolls are the dark, let's say. That's what that is. Coming from a place of low vibrations. So it doesn't faze me at all. Anyway, so Neil saying, yeah, it's such a shame that it's happening to the NHS. My own stepmother died horrifically to cancer. Oh my God, I'm really sorry, Neil. Due to the ward having a run around and get a doctor to sign off pain meds instead of administering. Oh dear. Yeah, there's a lot of bureaucracy, Neil, as well, and a lot of things need signing and a lot of documentation that needs completing, especially on wards that are understaffed. They're understaffed, and they're running on fumes a lot of the time, running on nothing, and things get delayed in that process. Yes, and mistakes happen, and the best care is not always delivered in a timely manner. I'm really sorry to hear that. Sorry, Neo. Thank you for sharing, but I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. Anyway, I'll move on. Sander, where did David disappear? Sander's saying, where did David disappear to? I don't know where David has gone. Do you want to say it's just a normal head? Yeah, it is just a normal head that I have, of course. Neil is saying exactly that, Sander. Absolutely. Nathan then saying, maybe I was wrong about sandwiches just being flat burgers, but perhaps the burgers are just plump sandwiches. I wonder. Yeah, overinflated. Yeah, I get it, Nathan. Right, I'll carry on. Jonah saying, the dad. I don't know what you mean by that. Sorry, Jonah. Sander saying, I'm here. Oh, Sander's David saying, Sander, I'm still here, still watching. Oh, good to hear that you're still with us, David. Hope you're okay. How old am I, Jonah? I'm 43, mate. God, I'm 43. I still feel young though, man. It's mad, it goes quick. And what I find as well, when I was like in my teenage years and early 20s, I was so insecure, honest to fucking God. I was underdeveloped. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was lost. I took drugs. I was a fucking idiot. I really, really was. I was so lost and I hated myself. And it took me a lot of reading and soul searching to grow through that. So it's okay if you feel a bit lost when you're growing up. It's kind of normal. It really, really is. And things change. And then after about 25, I started to grow up. I started to grow up and work on myself a lot better. I started to read a lot. That gave me the wisdom and the knowledge to learn about myself anyway. So yeah, I'm 43, but I still have a youthful type of mindset to an extent, but with the wisdom as well. I found my 30s, I think people think, my 30s were much better than my 20s, much more stable. And my 40s have been, I'm making the best of now, basically. Neil saying my mate's dad died of starvation in Medway Hospital. NHS is so bad in Medway. Wow. Died of starvation. Shh, that's terrible. Medway. There must have been investigations in relation to that. That's awful. That's awful. Sander saying, Neo, oh my God, I'm so sorry to hear that. Sadly, these things do happen. And do you know what as well? On that note, something like, let's say Medway, someone's died of starvation, neglect on steroids, let's say that. And then it's a really bad tragedy within the hospitals, within the NHS. And what happens is it just keeps repeating itself through the years. If you look back, there's so many different instances where things were ignored and things were not dealt with, and they don't learn from them. They don't. It just keeps repeating. Not all the time, everywhere, but in some places, let's say that. Anyway, Nathan saying perhaps Sander's saying, sadly, these things do happen. The staff they're tired, they're stressed, they're burnt out. It's underfunded, underpaid as well. It's stressful. It's not for the faint of heart, mate. I'm telling you now. It's hard. Even being a student is hard. I'm telling you now, being a student nurse is fucking hard. Anyway, Nathan saying, perhaps the thing we all seek is the very thing we least expect. Sometimes the thing we all seek is the very thing. Yeah, sometimes what you think you're seeking one thing, you want one thing, but it's the thing you least expect. That does happen, Nathan. Absolutely. Thanks for sharing. Santa's saying, oh, okay, David, cool that you're still here. Where's Medway, Neo? I can't recall. I'm really sorry. I've heard of Medway, but I can't imagine the location right now. They were saying, Sander, where are you from? Neil saying, yeah, the staff are good. Not all staff are good, Neil, but most are. Let's say a lot are. A lot of people are just good, hardworking people, competent, intelligent people. Most people are good, but not all of them are, in my opinion. That's life. Not everything's going to be 100%, but it's the systems that run the NHS. Yes, it is the systems that create the issues a lot of the time. Oh, it's in Kent, right? Thank you, Neil. Santa's saying, David, I'm from Croatia, but I live in the UK. John is saying, let's go. UK is for life. I'm half English. Oh, you're half English. So what are your parents then? One's English and the other is what, Jonah? If you don't mind sharing. Santa's saying, Neil, yes. And these systems seem like they don't want NHS to thrive, sadly. No. I think it'd be political suicide to just say, let's privatise the NHS. From whichever political party might decide that. But I think they'd love to privatise it. I think they'd love to. And will that happen in the future? Question mark, question mark. Is that coming? Are they killing it off slowly but surely so then they can sell the idea of privatisation as a positive solution? Maybe. Conspiracy theory thinking there a little bit. So John's saying, I'm quarter Welsh, quarter Irish, half English, let's go. Yeah, I can relate to that a little bit. What would God, I've got ancestors that are Scottish, ancestors that are Irish, Jonah. I was born in England, though, of course. I've got a granddad. My granddad was Scottish. I've got great grandparents that were Irish as well, I think. So yeah, but I've never met them. Those families that are from those places. I think a lot of people are like that. Well, I am anyway. So I can resonate with that, Jonah. David's asking Sander what her hobbies are. Jonah's then saying, "Be right back. Gonna brush your teeth. Don't worry, Jonah. No worries, man. Live your life. It's all good." Sander's then saying, "David, I love cooking, baking, yoga, but just living life generally is my hobby. I like to work on my inner self and explore my inner world." Yeah, that's what basically, Sander, that's what I'm about that, working on your inner world. That's what my channel's about most of the time, deeper thinking. I talk about some deep things sometimes. Sometimes I'll talk about light things as well. But I'm just reading the comments today, so I'll keep going. Sander's asking, David, what are your hobbies, etc.? John is asking, speaking of medical stuff, I have a massive scar along my leg. Okay. David's then saying, currently I'm into studying human behavior as a hobby. Yeah, it's interesting. Psychology is interesting, David. And as you go down that, you learn about yourself. That's a really good thing to do. Hobby is learning about human behavior. Human behavior is very interesting, very complex sometimes. And along that discovery, if you're reading books about human behavior, let's say psychology, you learn about yourself along the way, David. And that helps you become a better, well-rounded person. Therefore, makes you more, with the dating question that you asked before, if you understand human behavior, therefore you become compos mentis. Compos mentis means knowing yourself. That gets you closer towards the goals of having a relationship. Relationships take work, though, man. I'm telling you now, they're not always. It's not all happy days and easy peasy all the time. There's challenges with relationships as well, of course, as in life. You've got a massive scar along your leg, sick. Can I be your test subject? No, I don't operate, Jonah. I'm just a scrub nurse. I just help the surgeon. You won't want you to be my test subject, Jonah. I don't know what you mean. I might be losing my trace of thought there, Jonah. Sorry. David saying, Johnny, you're talking to me. Okay. Santa saying, David, LOL, sounds interesting. Internet can be a good place for that. Observing human behavior and noticing patterns and things is wise. Yep. And noticing what challenging people are, what toxic people are, noticing within yourself. Could I do better? Could I be better? Jonah saying it's Jonah. Jonah is the name, of course. Okay. David, what did you notice so far? Share it with us. David saying, hey, do you know why young men are into older women? Jake Owens saying, I'm happy 67 is nearly gone. That's 67. That trend, isn't it, Jake? Hi, Jake. My name's Brad. I hope you're okay. Happy New Year, by the way, Jake. Johnny saying, oh, no. Neil's saying, David sounds like my sort of guy. I love psychology. I love psychology too. I wanted to, Neil, I was thinking, oh, do I do a psychology degree? But it's interesting, but I chose nursing instead. But the psychology degree, there's not many jobs in it. I think you need to do a master's or a PhD and then do loads of voluntary work to even be able to earn a living out of it. It's very difficult to get a job with psychology after doing the degree. But I do love reading about it and learning about it. You don't need to do a degree to learn about it and to know about it, though. Santa's saying, ha ha ha, David, older women have more experience and know what they want. They're more confident and mostly not out there to compete with other women if they've worked on themselves, Sander. If they've worked on themselves. Jake saying, finally, 67 is nearly gone. Well, maybe it's not gone, Jake, because you continue in it. I don't know if it's nearly gone. Why is it nearly gone? Educate me with that, Jake. Sandra says hi to Jake. Says same, Neil. Jake then says yes. Neil sending love and respect. David saying, I am studying from books written by authors like Friedrich Nietzsche. I can't say stuff here. It's really disturbing. Why is it disturbing? Nathan's then saying, being the voice of reason doesn't necessarily, I can't say that word sometimes. I struggle with some words, man. Being the voice of reason doesn't necessarily mean that you have to conjure conflict resolutions, but rather convince the target audience that their options are valid to an extent, limited and flawed. Very, very well written, very, very wise, very thorough paragraph that you've just written there, Nathan. Let me break it down a little bit. Being the voice of reason doesn't mean you have to conjure conflict resolutions. No, you don't have to come up with a, not always, but rather convince the target audience that their options are valid to an extent. Yeah, validate people, let them feel heard kind of thing. Yeah, that's what I'm getting from that. So I'm saying David Nietzsche. I can't say that word. That Russian guy. So David says. Nathan, that's interesting. Could you provide an example? John is saying Davis, okay? Final destination. Hi, Final Destination. You're saying women's lives are easy, period. Women's lives are easy. I don't think they are. I really don't think they are. It depends on what status that woman has, where they live in the world. I don't think it's easy for men or women. It's difficult for both in different ways, in my opinion. Final Destination. Yeah. I think being a human is not easy. Do you want to say test your human behavior science on me? Test you? I don't know how I'd do that. Final Destination saying, you ain't Johnny Sins. No, my name's Brad. Six Buzz. Hi, Six Buzz. Oh, here we go again. Six Buzz, you've been on here before, lad. You like, is this your go-to joke? Happy birthday to Peter Sutcliffe, celebrating his 80th birthday today. Oh, God. Yeah. If you don't know Peter Sutcliffe, he's a prolific murderer, wasn't he? But Six Buzz is sending some love there, aren't you? He's sending some love and some light and some happy birthday cheers. Is it really his birthday, though, is the question? There's a joke there, obviously. Dark humour going on there. Jonas saying Final Destination fair. I mean, who the hell's Davis? I don't know who the hell Davis is either, sorry. Antonio. Hi, Antonio. Happy New Year, my favourite bald person. Thank you. Thanks. Happy New Year. Back to you. Final Destination saying, women have got it easy as fuck. Men, loneliness is real. I think a lot of men are lonely in this modern society. Final Destination, I agree with that. That's a lot of truth in that. In the men, loneliness is real. Yeah, it is. It's very difficult for a lot of men out there. I feel like men are lonely for a variety of reasons. I've spoke about that in some of my videos that I've done a while ago. And it's difficult being a man for a lot of ways. Absolutely. Women got it easy as fuck. Some have, but I don't think they all have, mate. I don't think they all have. But I agree with the loneliness part. I do. Thanks for sharing, by the way. Jonathan saying, you Dunbar, it's called a typo, okay? Final Destinations. Women can play victim anytime, any day, namaste. Some do. Some, not all do, mate, but some do. Some play victim, and therefore they manipulate situations, and they can do it anytime, any day, and they can be manipulative as hell, and they can cause a lot of damage to people when they do those things. This will be a toxic woman, let's say. Not all women are toxic, but that will be an example of a toxic woman. Final Destination. Yes, some of the time that does happen. It does, big time. A lot of people can be like that, yeah. Namaste, back to you though. Peace and love. Anyway, it's all good. Sonny saying, Final Destination, is this rage bait? LOL, easy. I'm so glad you're not a woman, my friend. Women have challenges too. Of course they do. People, being human's fucking hard. Being human in this world is gonna mean suffering for everybody in all different ways. There's growth through the suffering, but sometimes there's no growth through the suffering as well. It's not easy. I don't think it's easy. I think we all suffer in our own way. Women have got unrealistic expectations from men. Sometimes, yes. A lot of the time, maybe, but not always. Some women do, yes, but don't generalize. That's just dumb, yeah. Final Destination said, I've read in the comments, it's been took out. God made women for us men to play with, that's all. No, it's not like that. That's a bit dumb, mate. That's not that's not coming from a good place, is it? Nah, I don't believe in that. I think we're meant to work together. But whatever. David's saying, you have studied nihilism. Is that what you thought? What is that? So what are your thoughts on it? So David's maybe reflecting, I don't know, send another question out there, who knows. Final Destination saying God is as real as a true fairy tale. If you don't believe in anything, then yeah. Depends on what you believe in and what you don't believe in, doesn't it, Final Destination? Santa's saying, ha ha ha, Final Destination, what the fuck? Have you been abused, hurt by a woman? Maybe. Final Destination saying, stop having kids, little Karens. A lot of people aren't having kids now. The pyramid's going to end up upside down, guys. Let's think of the pyramid. You know, it's a triangle. Sorry, I'm doing a really bad triangle there, right? You have loads of young people at the bottom of the triangle, the pyramid, and then a few old people at the top. The old people are retiring and the younger people are working. So there'll be younger people that are working are paying for the older people at the top of the pyramid. But what is happening? People are not having as many children. Japan, England, America, it goes on and on and on. People aren't having as many children in the Western world, let's say at the very least. So the pyramid's going to be upside down. So there's going to be less young people and loads of old people going forwards. So a lot of Final Destination, a lot of people are doing that now. A lot of people are not having kids because it's too expensive. A lot of people aren't having kids because men are lonely and they can't have a healthy relationship with a woman. They struggle with it. A lot of men are like that for a variety of reasons. And the family unit has been broken up. It's not working. So that's going to end up with that upside down pyramid in the future. Japan is in fucking trouble. Japan is not, most people aren't having kids. It's going to end up dying society in a way. That's coming in the future, by the way. Don't know what everyone else's thoughts are on that, but that is what's occurring. A lot of people, I haven't got kids. I'm 43 years old. I'm not having children. Don't want any. Don't want any. A lot more people are not having kids now because it's too expensive, it's too stressful, and also it's like I don't want to bring them up in this world. It's so shit sometimes, if you get what I'm trying to say. Final Destination say men suffer more in this hell realm. Okay, men issues are ignored in this corrupt system. Yes, that does happen. Final Destination as well. Like there's some truth to what you're saying. With regards to men, they're more likely to commit suicide. 75% of suicides are men in England, let's say, statistically, let's say. So most suicides are men, and a lot of men are just, the feelings and thoughts are ignored. They're not thought of. They're like treated like lower class sometimes. There is truth to that. So to an extent, yapping only pays beautiful women's bills, LOL. Maybe sometimes. Final Destination said, I wish you were beautiful like my auntie. Was your auntie a nice person, Final Destination? Not all women are bad though, Final Destination. They're really, really not. They're not. There's some really nice women out there. They're hard to find sometimes. Some of them are corrupt. Some of them are toxic. Some of them, they're not worth your time at all. But so can men be as well. But there is good ones out there, but you just got to, they're hard to find sometimes. Sanders say, Final Destination, can you stop for now and have a proper conversation? Sanders asking, are you into your aunt? Okay. Final Destination saying, it is what it is. Truth hurts. Yeah, the truth can hurt. Hurts us all. Truth can hurt. The truth can set you free, though, at the same time. God, Final Destination. We're going, Noah was inbred too. Right, we're going biblical stories now, Final Destination. Oh, my God. Anyway, I'm reading the comments, guys. Six Buzz. What has Oxford Street and Elton John got in common? Both have a brown Thomas. I don't get it, Six Buzz. Forgive me. Final Destination saying Sweet Home Alabama. Is that where you're from? Nathan saying, good example. Being one man is always right to their own word until another says otherwise. There is no correct answer to approach apart from narrowing down the facts that leads towards a statement. Thank you, Nathan. Very wisely said. David saying, bro, once I meowed at a girl and she gave me a cringe look. Yeah, mate, David, that's not a good one, man. I don't think meowing really woos the fairer sex, let's say. Yeah, you're gonna get that. Final Destination is saying women fart too much. Women queef too. Okay. I think we all fart, don't we? Final Destination. Nathan says, did that make sense, Sander? It did make sense from my perspective anyway. I'll answer that best I can, Nathan. Final Destination saying women's lives are an easy mode. I don't think they are, mate. Some maybe. I think I think people suffer, man. If you really look deeply and honestly into people's lives objectively, it's not easy being a human, man. So there you go. Neo's prophecy, very wisely saying, final destination. I recommend Tinder to you. I'm meeting lots of women. Not all are all the same. No, they're not all the same. They're not all bad. They're not all going to burn you. They're not all bad people. Final destination saying Santa's not real. Fucking hell, you're joking. Sorry, guys, Santa is not real. And anyone that thinks that Santa's real. Final destination, I'm going with a joke there. They're not all the same, though, women. There's some really good women, man. Of course there is. Of course there is. Absolutely. Come on. Splendid Gear. Mate, when are the Brits going to take the country back? Is it already gone? Splendid Gear. People got too lazy and weak. Yeah. It's a mess, Splendid Gear. That's all I've got to say on that one. It's a mess. Victor has just announced that he's farted. Thank you for sharing, Victor. I hope that was a good one. I'm seeing the funny side of that. Final destination saying modern women suck. God made women out of my ribs. Oh, God. All right, okay. Neil is saying date an old woman then, LOL. You're sending Sander to sleep. Final destination, David is a good name. Adam was a good boy. Okay. God. I'm just reading the comments, guys. LOL, Neo, ha 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 ha, Sander says. Final destination, it was Eve who cheated. I wasn't there. Final destination, were you there when this holy occasion occurred? Were you there? No, you weren't. He's talking shit. Anyway, Sander saying attention seeker. Final destination, yes. Yeah. Marriage only benefits women these days for talking about sexless marriages and alimony, child support. Sometimes, mate, sometimes in some situation. Being old sucks. Yes, life. Getting old is not for the faint of heart. Getting old is not for the faint of heart. You got to make the best of things, though, man. Six Buzz is saying, check out a book called God Is Not Great by the late, great Christopher Hitchens. No, never heard of that, Six Buzz. Final Destination saying women feel so entitled these days. Some do. Why do you, Final Destination, can I ask you a deeper question? What is your experience with women? Have you been rejected before? Have you been burnt before? What was your relationship like with your mum? Deeper questions. You seem really do not like women by the sounds of it. So what's happened to you to get to that point? You must have gone through some trauma, some rejection, or whatever it is to get that mindset. David saying, Sander, I just need someone to talk to. Okay. The loneliness is real. I'm sorry that you feel lonely at Final Destination. I'm sorry that you're in that stage in your life. Sander saying, I'm not reading. I'm not reading that. Oh dear. Neil's asking again. I'm ignoring some of the comments, guys. I'm going with it. Neil's prophecy saying, Final Destination, how was your relationship with your mother? Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. That's what I've just asked. Splendid Gear saying men have it easier. Okay. Just work out. Don't look like a slob when women come to you. Yeah. It's not always that simple or that easy, but that's a good start point at the very least, Splendid Gear. Work out. Don't look like a slob. Work on yourself at the same time. And women are going to be attracted to you more than likely, or more likely to, Splendid Gear. That's very wisely said. Absolutely. Don't think about how bad they are or whatever. Work on yourself, man. Absolutely. Splodger. What a name, Splodger. Hello, Splodger. Happy New Year, Splodger. I'm grateful for the NHS Medway is in Kent. Why? Have you got some good experiences there? Six Buzz is just saying, check out that book. God, it's not great. Okay. Christopher Hitchens, I've heard of that person before. Traveling is so underrated. Traveling, Final Destination. Traveling's amazing. A lot of education in traveling and seeing the world, learning about new cultures, opening the mind. Sander, do what you need to do. Don't worry about it. Do what you need to do. The world is not for pure souls. It can be very hard. It's a hard school to be in Final Destination. It can be a very dark place to live in the world sometimes, especially what depends where you're coming from. It's hard. I get it. It can be hard. Sander, do what you need to do. It's all good. Splendid Gear saying, we know how to solve England's problems, but you need to vote differently. I suppose, Splendid Gear, what's going to happen? I'm not a politician. I'm not an expert. I don't really do politics because it's so tricky or whatever. But what's going to happen? You've got the red or the blue. The Labour or Conservative, and they've been in power for so long. It's either red or blue, whatever fucking year it is. It's the illusion of fucking choice, Splendid Gears. I'm assuming that you know that. But, or maybe you don't agree. Doesn't matter. Anyway, Reform is going to win next time, more than likely. And maybe they'll do some things right. I don't think they'll do it perfectly. That's probably going to happen. Is it... Do I trust politicians, Splendid Gear? No. Do I think that they're the answer? No. Do I even know what the answer is? I really don't know what the answer is, Splendid Gear. I really, really don't. I think who shouts loudest and resonates with the people the most will win the next election, which is likely to be Reform, isn't it? It's likely to be. However, I'm a bit sceptical. Are they going to deliver what they're going to say they're going to deliver? Are they true to the word? Is it going to get better? Is there going to be consequences? Who knows? Is it going to be civil war? Who knows? Splendid Gear. Is something going to change? Yes, it's an interesting time in politics, let's say. Not that I'm the expert, not that I'm going to talk too much about this, but I do believe that Reform will win next. And I do think there'll be consequences, maybe positive or negative, I don't know. I think people will be voting differently, Splendid Gear. Not everybody, but a lot will. I think people have just had enough of the status quo. And what's happened is, let's say, it's just because there's been such a big gap. Like the people are not being looked after. The people are not getting what they want and need from the politicians because the politicians are too selfish or not in touch with reality enough. So they're just making decisions that are just angering the general populace, let's say. And that then leads to the political changes, which basically, I'd say, Reform is making the most noise, and they're going to get heard the most. They're going to get heard the most by a lot of people. There's so much more to what I've just said. I understand that, but I do know that I don't know everything with regards to that. I don't want to go too far into politics because it's. I could be talking about things till the cows come home, and I still won't know the answers. Anyway, Neil is saying finding your pure soul is just around the corner, mate. But you have to try to date, and you might have to go through a few to find your one. Absolutely, really well said, Neil. Thank you. Sandra's saying David, no clue. She's shrugging. Hi, Kaylee. How are you? Happy New Year, Kaylee. My name's Brad. My childhood inspirational advert. I'm just going with the comments right now. I hope that you're okay. Final Destination obviously was a troll that was on here. I'll just ignore it. Leave it now, Sandra, if you can. I'll just ignore it for now. But thank you. Thanks for doing a great job. Thanks for being my moderator, by the way. You've been really doing a great job. Tomorrow's not guaranteed to anyone. No, it's not. Final Destination. I'm going to read that one. Tomorrow's not promised to anyone. It really isn't. You say some wise things, Final Destination. Some of them are big. You might not be able to, you guys might not see those comments right now because a lot of it's trolling, but tomorrow's not promised to everyone. I agree. Sanderson saying Neo, he needs to deal with his mummy issues first. I won't want him anywhere near women with these opinions. No. Just, yeah, whatever. Neil saying dude needs to detox from social media, go for a walk in nature. Yeah, social media can get sucked in down to the rabbit hole all day, every day, scrolling. It's not good, Neil, is it? Not good. David saying older women are so innocent these days. John Cena didn't have kids, Final Destination. No, he didn't. He hasn't. He doesn't want any. Splendid Gear said anything else is a massive corp. What do you mean by that? I'm going through the comments. Neil is saying nihilistic Final Destination, LOL, you are creative as fuck. Work on your art. God, yeah. I was trying to say I'm in a happy relationship, but thank you, David. No worries. Neo's then saying, I'm trying to read these as best I can. There's a lot of cancelled ones there. If you can, just leave them there, and I'll ignore what I need to ignore. It's all good. Neil's then saying, LOL, women receive more gifts. LOL, ha ha ha. Oh well, poor Final Destination. Women receive more gifts. Sometimes they do, but you've got to find your own gifts, man. You've got to find your own gifts. What kind of gifts? Depends on what you see as a gift. Tesla was born in Croatia, in Serbia. Was it Serbia? There's a debate on that. David's saying it's okay, and I receipt it. Crush doesn't cease logic. May you succeed in life and your relationship. That's coming from a good place, David. That's the way to do it. Just be happy for people and move on, mate. That's good. Neil saying, what have you invented, Final Destination? If Tesla is your guy, probably nothing. I'm just going through the comments slowly, guys, here. Santa's saying, thank you, David. I hope that you find a nice woman, lady. Of course. This time, David, this time. Hope to find that person. Sandra's saying she's really enjoying the live stream. Thanks, Sandra. South Park forever. South Park's amazing. It's really funny. Beavis and Butthead was mad. Yeah, it was in the 90s. That was a go MTV, of course. It was the go-to at one point for me. Kayan, I'll just call you Kayan, AK Kayan. Oh, got it. I don't know what you mean. Final Destination saying I'm Beavis. Okay. Foddle murdered. I don't know what you mean by that. God, I'm just reading the comments. Santa says, agreed, Neo. It's hard with all these cancelled comments. Just chill with the cancelled comments, please. Please chill with that. Santa says, agreed, Neo. Left my house. I met a guy who looks like Beavis. Thank you for subscribing, Neo. I appreciate it. Santa's asking if Final Destination subscribed. Final Destination saying, yeah, I did. I really like this guy's voice. Oh, thanks, man. Neo saying submitted for Final Destination. Thank you, Neo. It's all good. I'm going through the comments. Austria is beautiful. Yeah, it is. It's where the Alps are, isn't it? The Japanese gangster. Hi, the Japanese gangster. How are you? I hope you're okay. My name's Brad. Hope you're okay. Not all women are toxic, but trans women are men. Well, yeah, of course they are. Absolutely. The Japanese gangster, that is 100% true. Sandra saying she loves Austria. Tom Hanks, I don't know. Oh, let me rest a moment. David saying, once I meowed at my girl and she gave me a cringe look. Yeah, you've already said that, David. Life begins where fear ends. Final Destination, you're saying some wise things. Please, Sandra, stop deleting the messages. Please stop deleting the messages. Thank you. Life begins where fear ends. True. You speak some wisdom and then you go toxic. Oh, there's so much going on there, isn't there? Bye, everyone. Bye, David. Oh, thanks for being with us. I hope that you're okay. Look after yourself. Keep working on yourself. Just be a good person, man. Be a good person. Grow up to be a good person. You've got time. Keep going. Don't give up. Bye, David. Thanks for being with us. What am I yapping about, bad guy? Hi, bad guy. I've been yapping about, basically, just reading the comments and they've gone off a bit on a tangent to an extent. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to focus on what I've been talking about is winter is a reset. Winter isn't meant for expansion. It's meant for integration. I've already read those things. So there's a lot of pressure on people with this, especially. We are taught that slowing down means falling behind. It's okay to go slow, especially in winter, especially during New Year's Day. It's okay to slow down. It's all good. Rest does not equal weakness. Just because you're resting, you're stopping, you're recuperating, you're resetting, does not mean weakness. You don't always have to be pushing all the time. Not every day, not all the time. You need to look after yourself. Real strength is knowing when to stop, and it's don't force things. Don't always force it. If it's meant to be, it will be. But if you force it, if you push too hard, and there's resistance there, maybe it's not the right thing to be pushing into. But bad guy, sorry, I'm just reading the comments. So Nathan, thank you, Nathan. As a man, I will never fathom the extreme pain and beauty of childbirth. You'll never fathom it, should I say. Women who we need to acknowledge the excruciating pain you endure as you create life, and to hold the child children for 9 months. Wow. Yeah. Bang on, Nathan. And without that, there'd be no human race, would there? It wouldn't be existing. So yes, that alone, that amongst other things, nurturing youngsters and things, that's what women are great at. Amongst a lot of other things. Homeowner Association. You're flicking your bean. Have you got baked beans? Have you got baked beans going on there? Neo's offering Final Destination some advice. Come offline sometimes, mate. The women content looks like it's getting into your brain. Yeah, it's just taking over. Sanders laughing. Cool boy age. My man Brad can't stop yapping. Well, yeah, I need to yap. I'm doing this, mate. There's no choice. Sanders says hi to Cool Boy. It'll help you get out in life, Neil saying to Final Destination. Absolutely. Exactly. Escape it even if it's in your mind. Alex, hi Alex. How can I become a next Elon Musk, sir? Wow. How'd you do that, Alex? Well, I'm not an Elon Musk, so I don't know. I think you'd have to obviously work hard, work intelligently, be entrepreneurial, put time in, and be very restricting about the money that you spend, save, work hard, then invest that money into businesses and hope that they succeed. That's easier said than done, though, isn't it? I hope you achieve it, Alex. Or anyway, create your own business, Alex. Get your own business. Or if you've not got your own business, just find a job, work at McDonald's, whatever it is, save up the money, work your ass off, save some money up, invest that money into your own business, and then do some market research, find something that's going to be profitable, hopefully, and then put all your time and energy into that and create your own business, and then go from there and keep growing and investing. That is a lot harder said than done, though, of course. Taking risks, taking calculated risks, Alex. Not that I've achieved those things in that way, though, let's be honest. I'm not Elon Musk at all. I think Elon Musk would be the better person to ask. Yeah, he built the Teslas, yeah, amongst other things. He's actually South African, is Elon Musk, believe it or not. Sanders saying you might need to be timed out, but I think I've stopped reading those, Sander, now. Stop reading them. I've stopped reading them anyway. Nathan, why? It's just to get attention, I think. Just to cause chaos or cause confusion. Just a bit of just craziness. Neil's prophecy and I'm on fake taxi as a trans bottom. Oh, God. Oh, dear. Funny. Shall I get rid of Final Destination? Yeah, get rid. It's get rid. Actually, do you know what? It's timed out. I've done it. Neil saying he's anxious as fuck. He will go off and troll elsewhere, won't you? Final Destination, yeah. Vernon, 41. Where are you from? Vernon, I live in Chorley, Buckshaw Village, which is in Lancashire, about 30 miles away from Manchester, northwest England. That's where I'm from. Where are you from? Sander's saying he's annoying as fuck. I've timed that person out. It's enough. I'm done. I don't mind trolls, but it's just whatever. He's gone. He's definitely gone. We kept him way too long. Yep. Gone. Hell, believe it or not, though, Neo, you might know this if you've got your own channel. I don't know if you've got your own channel because I've not looked on your profile or anything. But they help the algorithm. So it might come back over under another name. That happens often as well, of course. Very likely. Nathan saying, I'm sorry, I lost my composure. I can't stand arseholes like him. Yeah, Nathan. And yeah, you're going to get that. That's part of life. And these arseholes on here, they manifest as trolls, but in life, they're going to manifest as difficult people, aggressive bullies or arseholes in life. And you've got to know how to manage these fuckers. I'm not get angry. Sanderson was getting a lot of unnecessary attention and taking over, yeah, and it just messes the flow of the conversation up big time. It did. It's just because there's loads of it verbal, and it just takes over the conversation and affects the flow. Yes, it does. We gave him 1,000 chances, Sander, absolutely. His anxiety was coming through the screen, yeah. Well, it's that anxiety is, how else could you explain that? It's basically self-hatred and unhappiness that spills out in their behaviour. That's what that is. That's what a troll does. It's annoying. It's just, yeah, they just, and sometimes any attention to them, any attention is good attention, even though it's not good, even bad, even, yeah, they just want attention. They just want to be heard or whatever it is. It's just fucked up. Just hiding behind a computer, sad, just typing away. A coward, really. A very underdeveloped, low vibrational person that's stuck. And the karmic debt for that is a shit life. I'll tell you now, that life's shit. If you're doing that, your life's dog shit. If you need to come on to this format and be a troll just to get your kicks, your life's dog shit. It's probably some really weak. Imagine seeing that person in your life as well. Probably really weak, really frail. I can imagine most of the time, or really fat, really unhealthy, hanging out their ass. They look like shit. They just feel useless and harmless, really. And they show their aggression online, and it just makes them feel bad. It's really, really, really troubled people. A lot of the time, I assume, with trolls. Sometimes what they say can be funny. Depends which way you look at it. But lost, beyond lost. And a lot of the time, these people, they're that lost, they're never gonna grow. They're just stuck. And that's a shit life. That's a life with frustration. Nathan saying, I feel like a fool for entertaining people like him. I can see why you'd say that. Why are we so nice? I'm sorry. Don't be sorry, Nathan. It shows you're a good person. Neil saying, nice to meet you people. Nice to meet you too, Neil. You've been great on here. Thanks, and Nathan and the rest of you guys. It's a pleasure to meet you, Neil. Absolutely. Sandra's saying the same. It's life itself is a canvas. Then you, myself, are a work of art. Now go on and inspire. Thanks, Nathan. And to all of you, well, we're all doing that. We can all do that in our own way. And also being creative. I used to think to myself, oh, you've got to be a musician to be creative, or you've got to be an artist to be creative, but you don't. You can create things in a variety of ways. Nathan saying, thank you, Sandra. You've been really kind to me. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate you very much. I hope you know that. That's very nice of you to say. Nathan. Lex Superman saying Jason Statham. Yeah, like a poor man's version, Lex. How are you anyway? Hope you're okay. Sandra saying, I appreciate you too, Nathan. Sending love and respect. Chivy Caller. Hi, Chivy Caller. What's your stream about? It's been... I've gone off track a little bit today, I think. I've just been going with the comments, really. Reading the comments. It's about New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, New Year's resolutions, and how winter, it's okay to slow down. Don't go crazy on this New Year's revolution thing is what I'm trying to say. Winter's a reset, in my opinion. Don't go too crazy. Don't feel guilty for just resting sometimes. It's okay. Tox9755. Love your haircut. You kind of look like The Rock. I don't look like The Rock. But I'll take it, but I don't. Hello, my man. Acue. Sorry. Hello, how are you? Pop will eat itself. Happy New Year to you too. I'm sorry, I don't know your name. My name, Nathan, is Brad. My name's Brad. My channel name is Inspirational Ambivert, but my name is Brad. It's all good. I'll go with the content the best I can. I'll finish this off. So practical reset shifts. Practical reset shifts. You don't need to be sorry, Nathan. Don't be silly. It's all good. Don't be sorry. Don't need to be sorry. It's all right. I'm bad with. It takes me a while to remember names as well, Nathan. So don't worry about it. So if winter is a reset, here are a few gentle ways to honour that. Honour the reset. Let's go. So first, lower the bar. You don't need summer level productivity in winter. This is a big one. You don't need summer level productivity in winter. You don't. And this New Year's resolution thing can really contradict what I've just said. And people think they have to go all out. They have to go to the gym loads. And they're still working. And they just burn out. A lot of people burn out in winter. You get iller more, don't you, in winter? There's more flu season is winter usually, a lot of the time. So just go steadily, go mindfully, push forward in a smart manner is what I'm trying to say. Second is protect your energy, saying no more often. Fewer plans, more quiet. When you say no, you say yes to yourself, basically. Third, create warm food, warm lighting, slower mornings. Go steady, go slowly. It's fucking winter, mate. It's cold. Depends where you live, of course, but it's cold. You don't have to push all the time. Fourth, I'll move on the best I can. Change the inner dialogue. Instead of I should be doing more, try I'm resting for what's next. I'm resting for what's next. I'm getting ready for what's next, but I just need to reflect a little bit. I need to readjust. I just need to just sit back, analyze things, be smart about things. And that mind shift can change everything. It can help you achieve things, really. There's a time to chill and then there's a time to push. And I think winter is more, try to chill a bit more when you can. So if life does feel heavier right now, it does not mean that you're stuck. It means that you're in a season of pause. Spring always comes, but only if you let winter do its job. That's a big one. So spring only comes if you let winter do its job. It's all right, man. I've been on live for 3 hours, Nathan. I'm going to stop soon anyway. Hey, Brad, I'm sorry to do this, but I have to go. No worries, Nathan. You don't have to apologise to me. You don't owe me anything. I don't owe you anything either. It just takes the pressure away, doesn't it, in life? Thanks for being on here. Thanks for being the voice of reason on here. Thank you for sharing your perspectives and your wisdom. And enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good new year, man. So don't worry. Enjoy the rest of your day. It's all good. You seem like a really good person. You really do. So I'm going to leave you with this. Winter is not a race. It really isn't. And go back to that comment. Spring always does come. It does come. Spring is a birth, isn't it, really, of a lot of things. But only if you let winter do its job. Chill out, man. It's winter. That's my fucking main point for today. That really is my main point for today. Nathan's then saying, sometimes hearts burn like autumn leaves will always turn. Very white. Let me read that again. Sometimes hearts burn like autumn leaves will always turn. Very wisely said. Thank you. Winter is not a race. Winter's not a race, man. You don't need to keep up. You don't need to prove anything. Don't need to prove anything to anyone else. Fuck them. You need to prove things to yourself. That's all. Not to everybody else. Absolutely. Winter's a reset. It really is. It's a reset. Synax error saying never seen eyebrows at full 90 degrees with the curvature there. Meaning shit that hurts. The heart is always temporary. Yeah, things that hurt are temporary. Yes, pain is temporary. Things come and go with the wind, of course, Nathan. Goodbye, Nathan. Thanks for being with us. Thanks, man. You've been amazing. Thank you. Anyway, you don't need to prove anything to anyone. It's a reset. It's fucking winter. So if this resonated, give this stream a like so it reaches more people who might need it. subscribe if you want more conversations like this. So I think I'm going to stop. I've been going for 3 hours. I think that's long enough, man. So take care of yourselves. I will see you soon. I will be live on Sunday at 10 a.m. I'm gonna think of something a little bit deeper. I'm gonna be talking about what am I going to talk about? Let me think. I think I'm going to be talking about your nervous system, how to regulate your nervous system, basically. That's what I'm going to be discussing. Anyway, I'm going to go. Thank you for your time. Thank you for anyone that's watched. Thank you for anyone that's commented. Look after yourselves. I'll be here on Sunday at 10 o'clock in the morning. So thank you for your time and goodbye.